How's it going, everybody? I, of course, am Dr. Lay, and today we have some MLB exhibition baseball as Team USA versus the San Francisco Giants. Again, some tune-up games for both teams. Of course, the USA going to be playing in the World Baseball Classic. Their first game is this Friday. Giants, of course, they actually play in the first game of the MLB season against the Yankees. So, again, just kind of a tune-up for each of them. Still spring training, just getting back in the flow of things. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully, again, can make it as entertaining as possible. Good to see you guys. That is the wrong screen. Okay, this is the correct screen. Good to see you guys. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see how it goes. Again, it's been a while since we've had some baseball. I can tell you this, Adrian Hauser is going to be your starting pitcher for the Giants. Again, won't go too far. Maybe an inning or two. So far this spring, a 4.50 ERA, whip of a 2, not exactly good. Career-wise, though, 4.06 last year with the Rangers, 3.77. He faces Bobby Witt. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike, as we're underway in Scottsdale, Arizona. Bobby Witt last year batting .295, 23 home runs, 88 RBIs. There's a swing and a drive to left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. So Bobby Witt on at first. Couldn't quite go over his stats. We'll get you the stats in a few moments. Good to see you, Sin. Appreciate you guys again. Sorry I couldn't get to the chat. Good to see you, Robert, George. Appreciate you guys all for hanging out. Again, hopefully we have a good one. As, again, man on at first. Nobody out here in the top of the first. Steps up Bryce Harper. So far this spring, batting .375 with a home run and 4 RBIs. Last year, here's the pitch. That's going to be a ball in the dirt. 1-0 count. Last year, let's see, what do we have? I can't quite see. That's spring training. We don't want spring. We want the regular season. Last year batted .261, OPS of .844. He had 27 homers and 75 RBIs. That pitch is just upstairs. Changeup, just missing. 2-0 count to Bryce Harper. 2-0 count, one man on. Here in the top of the first, nobody out. Hauser from the stretch. So that's going to be just outside. Going to be 3-0. 3-0 counts to the left-handed hitting Bryce Harper. We'll be trying to do something shortly. We're going to try to get crowd noise. We'll see. Again, this is going to be a test. As here's the 3-0. That's going to be a check swing, but it's in there anyway for a called strike. We're going to be doing a test actually right now. And this test, I believe, will be going on through the whole, the entirety of today's broadcast. As here's the 3-1. There's going to be a swing and a drive to left center. That's going to drop in for a base hit. And with Witt's speed, he may be already at third. And he's going to be held at third as Harper, with a double, moving Witt to third. Runners at second and third. Give me a sec. We're going to go ahead and get this crowd noise here. Again, been working on this for a while. We'll see if YouTube flags it. We'll find out, I guess, in a day or so. Again, let me know how the crowd sounds. Is it too loud? Just right. Runners on second and third. That brings up Aaron Judge. As here's the pitch, and Judge with a ground ball in between second and short. One run's going to score. And he's going to throw it in, and they wave in Harper 2-0 already. United States over the San Francisco Giants. And the United States All-Stars pretty solid. 2-0 already. Didn't even get to go over Judge's stats. We'll have to save that for next plate appearance if we're granted another plate appearance by Aaron Judge. Unsure if that's going to be the case. Good to see you, Jim. Appreciate you, man. Take 2 aspirin and call me in the morning. Okay. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low and inside for ball 1. Kyle Schwarber at the plate. Last year batted .240, 56 homers, 132 RBIs with a OPS of .928 so far this spring, batting .200. As here's the pitch, that's going to be fouled back. And now it's going to be 1-1. Again, Adrian Hauser, the pitcher of the Giants today. Just getting some work in. Kind of a rough start, as you can already tell. 2-0 already. Nobody out. One man on at first. Wait, MLB players are playing in the World Baseball. Yes, they are. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be inside. 2-1. Yeah, pretty exciting. It's been that way for the last few classics. They had a pretty good team 3 years ago in the last classic. But this year's team seems to be like just like the best of the best. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be inside in the dirt. 3-1. So 3-1 count to Kyle Schwarber. DHing today. It's been pretty much a DH for the longest time. Mark DeRosa. Crowd noise, yeah. Can you hear it? Is there crowd noise? I'm unsure if you guys can hear it. Can you hear it? Is it good? Is it too low? Is it too loud? As there's a big swing and a miss. Schwarber falling down in the dirt. 3-2 count to Kyle Schwarber. Yeah, crowd noise. Been working on that for a little bit. Wanted to do that this year for baseball. And again, I don't know if this is actually going to be a thing or not. We'll find out, I guess, tomorrow if I'm flagged or not for copyright. 3-2 counts. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside. And that's going to be ball 4. You can't hear it. It's way too low. All right, give me a second. Be a thing or not? We'll find out, I guess, tomorrow. Yeah, it's kind of there. But you have to turn it up. All right, let me see if I can turn it up a little bit. Don't want to get it too loud. All right, anyway. All right, so we'll see if that is a little bit better. I mean, that's approaching the yellow. I don't want to go in the yellow. That'd be a little too loud. Well, I think it would. Anyway, runners on first and second, as that's going to be, well, apparently that's just outside for ball 1. Alex Bregman at the plate. Can't really hear it. All right, interesting. Can't hear anything. I don't know. I adjusted to see what you guys say here. Alex Bregman batting .455. OPS of 1480 so far this spring, as that's going to be right down the middle for a called strike. Again, runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the first. Bregman last year. Again, I'll try to get you his stats. Likes going to spring, or, you know, likes going to the spring training stuff for some reason. 1-1 count. Hauser kicks and deals. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Sliding stop. There's 1 and 2. A double play. Well, it doesn't really matter his stats anymore, as that does move the runner. You think I'd be good in the yellow? All right, let me try it. Okay. I don't know. I just don't want it to be overpowering. I don't know. I might have to review it later. We'll see. I'm approaching the yellow. I have it just below. Just below the yellow. All right. Cal Raleigh. Don't really know how to pronounce it. Raleigh. Of course, he had a legendary year last year. 60 home runs, 125 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a chopper foul. OPS of 948 for the Seattle Mariners last year. Again, was pretty solid. Pretty good? Okay. All right, that's good. That's good. Okay, yeah, it's just below the yellow. Don't really want to get flagged or anything. But, I mean, again, I don't think I will be. The only thing that could really get flagged is the little organs you'll hear every now and then. Here's the 0-1. That's a big swing and a miss. 0-2 counts. Again, USA leading 2-0 here in the top of the first. 2 outs, runner on third. Organ charge, yeah. I know, every now and then that'll play. So that probably is the only thing that'll get me in trouble. There's going to be a pop-up, but that's going to be sent back behind home plate. All good now. Great to hear that. Great to hear that. Again, hopefully it goes well. Hopefully it's well received. Because if it doesn't get flagged, then we are cooking. I'm telling you, this channel actually will have a lot of success with baseball season. Here's the 0-2. That's going to be low in the dirt. 1-2 is now the count to Cal Raleigh. How's it going, RFK? Good to see you once again. Good to see you, RFK. Been a long time. I haven't been seeing you in the JG9 chat, even though people replied to you. I don't know if you blocked me. I mean, if you did, you did. As there's a swing and a cut to... Yeah, it's going to go to foul territory. 1-2 counts. RFK and I have been just rivals for many years. Jesus Lord, yes sir. Should check the YouTube library and see if they have anything. Yeah, it's not that great. I looked. It wasn't really all that great, but I don't know. That was just me. I just don't like the inauthentic, like the random cheering and all that at random times. The 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be just inside as it's 2-2. Like crowd noise. It's a nice touch. Yeah, for sure. You have something to come clean about. Okay. Well, go ahead. I'm ready for it. We've been through a lot together. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, but not before the United States puts up 2 runs. Thanks to Aaron Judge. Again, driving in both Bobby Witt and Bryce Harper. 2-0 United States leading over the Giants. My main account is only in live chat because my handle is bad. Wait, what? I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're referring to. I don't know. Again, I don't know. We have to elaborate. But I don't know. I have a headache already incoming, RFK, so maybe you don't need to do that. All right, anyway, Paul Skeens scheduled to pitch for the United States. That's always a pleasure to see some Paul Skeens. Remember last year when you had to redo a vote for what game you called? Because I... Yes, I do. Are you about to confess to something that I already know? Let's see here. Giants going to be having Adames, Chapman, and Bailey. You two put me in live chat because your name violates the rules. Really? Huh. So I just look at top chat. I guess I switched to live, but that's interesting. Well, now it's back to top. So, anyway, that's a little weird. You rigged the revote. Okay, good for you. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Not anymore. I don't know. Probably going to be adopting the JG9 method as far as picking games, and probably won't obviously not even come close to successful, but we're going to be doing that this year. And I think it'll be better in the long run. All right, Paul Skeens going to be pitching for the Pirates, but he's out there for Team United States. Again, 2-0 is your score. So far this spring, 3.86 ERA, whip of a 2.14. Not exactly looking great this spring, but again, it is just spring. And of course, again, last year, winning the Cy Young, 10-10 record, and yet 1.97 ERA, really good. Let me go ahead and switch the T to the B, and here's the pitch. That's going to be inside for ball 1. Bottom of the first. Let's see. As here's the 1-0. That's going to be a big swing and a miss. Willie Adames, by the way, at the plate. Adames not a shabby player. He's been pretty solid veteran for a few years. Struggling this spring. Again, it's only spring. 133 batting average, 466 OPS. As here's the 1-1. That's going to be popped up and fouled back. Last year batted 225, OPS of 739. There it is, 30 home runs, 87 RBIs. Was hoping that they would give me the stats there. Do JG9OT, we'll keep your PG. Yeah, okay. I mean, I will definitely keep the PG rating no matter what, with or without us. There's a ball cranked to left. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Adames will definitely cruise into second, as that is going to be a leadoff double for the Giants. What's JG9? So pretty much, he gets, again, a lot of YouTubers get donations, but any donation pretty much will be put, if anyone donates, they will get to, there will be either on, I think it's going to be on that side of the screen. I need to cut my fingernails. Jeez, I already have it kind of made. hold on. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside ball 1. This is Matt Chapman at the plate. Give me his stats. He's batting last year batted 231, 21 homers, 61 RBIs. So going to have kind of like that. As there's going to be a ground ball to second. Mishandles it, picks it up, throws to first for out number 1. Let's see, is that it? So pretty much like that. I'll have that set. Of course, the colors were a previous game, but I'll pretty much be matching these colors to make it, you know, a little more appealing. But anyway, any donations I get, I'll have 3 games randomly over there. I just kind of put that up as a template, and yeah, and it'll kind of like the donation will also get to like put money towards a game, and that is how I will call, like that'll decide what I call on a random day, pretty much. Put in the middle, on the middle of the screen. No, I forgot I knew about that about JG9. Yeah, no, JG9 is great. Patrick Bailey at the plate. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low, just missing. 1-1 count, by the way. Runner on third, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. USA again leading 2-0 over the Giants. I think most people are expecting the United States to win. I mean, if they lost, it wouldn't be the end of the world, of course, but people probably would act like it. Here's the 1-1 grounder to shorts. Runner's going to score. Throws to first for out number 2. So 2-1 now your score as Skeens. Again, the leadoff double by Adames, already putting the Giants in scoring position, and that's kind of what you need to do. Why is it like that was just a game I had at the time. It was just kind of a template. Again, it'll change per game. Dr. DeLeon. Who's DeLeon? Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 1. This I'm not familiar with. Who is he? This is Victor Bericotto. I don't know. I'm just kind of going with that. Barry Cotto at the plate. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be popped up, and that'll go back behind home plate. G9 keeps me up till 2 a.m. watching Little Bear, who loves. He does like a lot of things. How's it going, Brandon? Good to see you. Where do you watch this? It's going to be on ESPN. ESPN having the game. 1-1 count. Skeens delivers as that's popped up, and that is going into foul territory. That'll be a foul ball. 1-2 counts to Barry Cotto. Last year in the minor leagues, OPS of 791, 15 homers, 65 RBIs. As he's DHing today, batting in the cleanup spot. Skeens begins the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball in the outside corner. And again, the Giants with the leadoff double leading to a run. USA leading 2-1 as we head to the top of the second. Let's see. What channel is this? Again, ESPN. Hey, Doc. How's it going, Orville? Good to see you. Where's all your delay OGs? There's some around still. I mean, they tune in. I don't know, just randomly. We're kind of in off-season mode, man. I mean, again, it's, you know, you'll probably have more appearances by, you know, Sean coming soon. Again, he's a big baseball guy. Nick, a.k.a. Elizabeth, you know, he will, well, actually, Elizabeth, a.k.a. Nick, I don't know. Again, he lost his phone. Anyway, whatever. He'll be, again, he tunes in for a lot of baseball. Luis, haven't seen Luis in a long time. Hopefully he's all good. It's been almost a year. Well, I mean, he joined in like April or May. I don't know. New gen, yeah. Again, good to see you, Orville. Appreciate you for tuning in. I think there's illegal streams on. It is what it is. That's what I get. Maybe not tomorrow. I don't know. We'll find out. I might do another United States game. The other USA game they play the Rockies. That won't be on ESPN. That'll be on MLB TV, which I don't have yet. but I believe it's the free game of the day. So I don't know. Maybe I can't. I don't know. It'll be weird. Guessing your last name is DeLeon? No. That's no. Has who been here? No. No. Has not been here for a long time. No. SJ in the Vanland with your 50 volts. Okay. I don't even know what that means. All right. Stepping to the plate is this Roman Anthony? I don't even know. I believe it is. As here is the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball one. This is Roman Anthony. So far this spring batting .616, OPS of .263. As here's the pitch. Check to swing in there for a called strike. We do have... Actually, no, pardon me. Hauser's still out there. Never mind. Thought I saw a different number. I'm tripping. I am tripping. 1-1 count to Anthony. Here's the pitch. That's a swung on and cut on and hits foul. 1-2. Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad. 2-1. I got lazy. My bad. 2-1, right? Yeah. We're using USA Olympic logo. It's not really Olympic logo. I mean, I don't know. I guess I could. I don't know. It's been a wacky... I guess I should. I don't know. I haven't been able to find the... I rely on this website. I guess I need to look for other websites that have the logos. I don't know. I just like that clean look. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be... Well, I don't know where he missed, but that's going to be outside apparently. 3-2 counts. 3-2 again. Nobody on. Nobody out here in the top of the second. Hauser begins the windup and the pitch. That swung on and missed. He struck him out. Down goes Anthony. That'll bring up Byron Buxton this spring with an OPS of .797. No homers, 2 RBIs, batting .231 last year. 35 homers, 83 RBIs, batted .264. For the Twins, here's the pitch. That's a swing and a ground ball to third. Throws to first for out number 2. So very quickly, 2 away for the United States. That'll bring up the... I believe, the second baseman, Bryce Turang. Doing pretty well this spring, batting .333, OPS of .1212 as there's a pitch. That's a curveball in there for a called strike. 2 homers, 7 RBIs. It's just the flag, not a USA logo McCurlin. This guy, here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to first, and he will step on the bag for out number 3. 1, 2, 3, go. The United States. We head to the bottom of the second. The United States leading 2-1. All right, there we go. Where's the home run turkey? We don't have a home run turkey, this guy. A lot of people were wondering about that as well. Are we going to do a home run turkey? No, the touchdown turkey is just that, a touchdown turkey. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. Getting wrecked by the illegal streams right now. It is what it is. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out for this one. Will they get taken down? Probably not. Oh my gosh. Well, what can you do? Only do so much. But again, thank you guys for hanging out. You see his head poking out. It's actually a different. It's not the same. It's not the same turkey. It's a little guy. These were turnover turkeys. I didn't really want it. Again, I think we took the turkey thing to an extreme personally, but that's just me. I mean, I was cool with the touchdown turkey. I was just really, again, for the Thanksgiving weekend, but people really liked. They loved it. I mean, I really loved it. So we stuck with it. We're going to, again, bring it back I don't know if we bring it back in, week 1. That might be, again, waiting till Thanksgiving, and, that's when we'll go with it the rest of the way. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Again, he will always have a heart or a place in the emojis for sure. You heard Green Acres. I've never watched Green Acres, actually. We need a hot dog plushie for home runs. Now, no, we really don't. All right, stepping up for the Giants, it's going to be Will Brennan. Will Brennan batting .333, OPS of .967 this spring. No homers, 2 RBIs. He's playing in left today, normally a right fielder. Skeens begins the wind-up and the pitch. That's going to be right down the middle for a called strike. Again, if you're just tuning in, appreciate you guys for hanging out. UFL, no, we won't be. No, touchdown turkey is above the UFL. Here's the 0-1, as that's going to be breaking ball in the dirt. 1-1. Not that I'm trashing the UFL. I'll be covering a little bit of it, but yeah, I don't know. It's not really. I don't know. They're missing out on the potential of the UFL. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be outside for 2-1. I don't know. I just feel like if the UFL were to really adopt the game, the idea of the 2000s NFL prior to the rule changes, a little more of a physical game, they would get the viewership, as that's cut on and missed. 2-2 counts. Green Acres is the place to be. Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about. 2-2 count. Nobody on, nobody out. Skeens begins to wind up and the pitch. That's going to be sent and flown to shallow center. Buxton on the run mid-interview as he makes the catch for route number 1. That's going to bring up Grant McCray. He's batting .300, OPS of .800. No homers, 2 RBIs this spring. RFK booing, as you should. It's the Green Acres theme song. Again, I've never watched Green Acres. Never in my life. As Skeens delivers. That's going to be swung on and fouled back. 0-1. Great stress reliever baseball preseason. Yeah, it's okay. It's more of a chill. I mean, baseball's kind of already chill, honestly, but I don't know. I mean, I'm just kind of trying to get back into the baseball form, as that is sent to left. And that's going to be caught on the warning track by Anthony for out number 2. And I believe this is going to bring up Christian Koss, the second baseman. He's had a nice spring so far, batting .462, OPS of .1073, no homers, 6 RBIs. Hopefully you're liking the crowd noise. Again, I think that will be a big hit for the regular season. And if the game weren't on YouTube, I believe we'd probably have a better crowd. Maybe not. I don't know. Here is the pitch. That's going to be swung on and chopped foul. You'd recognize the Green Acres theme if you listen to it. They play it all the time at ballparks on the organ. Gotcha. Yeah, again, I'm not listening to what I can't hear anything. What you guys are listening to, like even the theme at the beginning, I can't hear it at all, as that's going to be cranked to left, and that's going to be foul. Koss sent that change up, and that's going to become a souvenir. 40-40 tied NFL game is chill. I don't know about all that. Love the crowd. That's great. I'm glad that it's doing well. Again, I think it will be a hit, as here is the 0-2. That's just outside. 98-mile-per-hour sinker. Just missing. 1-2 count here to Koss. Again, the United States leading 2-1. 2 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the second. As Skeens delivers the 1-2. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did not. 2-2 counts. Again, we'll find out. I guess, tomorrow or 2 days from now, if it's flagged for copyright. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Down go the Giants as we head to the top of the third. United States leading 2-0. Or 2-1, pardon me. I'm going through emotions. Personally think you should sell your channel. RFK could run it better. RFK is a clown. And he would nuke the channel for sure. RFK is a clown. I'm already getting that headache. I might just give you another warning and then, I don't know, probably just give you the good old, you know how it is. Give you a timeout and I'll see you again in 2 months. That's how it goes. Oh, I might just do it. Got some fake Elon Musk to switch it up, yeah. Yeah, I'll just do one more brain rot comment, and then we'll see you in about a month or okay. Does that sound good? Does that sound good? Appreciate you though tuning in. It's been a while since you've been here. I mean, again, probably about a month and a half or two. So we'll just do the brain rot. Get rid of the brain rot, RFK. Yeah, RFK again. We go back to the channel's beginnings. How many subs do you got? 6,700. Pretty good. I'm really blessed. Very thankful for the channel growth. RFK is a clown, by the way. Yes, no, he is. He knows it too. Just really depends on if he took his medicine or not. Really, did he take it? Yes. All right. Well, he's gonna be a little more chill. He didn't. Oh yeah. And then he's hyper. We go way back. We do. We're both fans of JG9, both part of the Jaguar Gator community. And, you know, of course I kind of felt bad. All right, there we go. All right, we'll see, RFK. Appreciate you, man. But, yeah, I was kind of, you know, and I apologize to Jaguar Gator. You know, I was kind of subconsciously sending, do I do 24 hours? Yeah. All right. But, yeah, I apologize to him. I sent him an email. Said, you know, I realized I was kind of subconsciously promoting my channel, and I felt so bad about that. And he said it was all good. He actually was like, he was totally okay with it. Again, JG9, great guy. But you know, that's how RFK kind of like, you know, I guess he was one of the people that, you know, every now and then would tune in to the channel. You know, again, when it was, you know, I think he was what. I don't know what a subscriber now, around like 100 subscribers, which was in May of last year. By the way, 0-2 count to Bobby Witt. Apparently we missed some of the action. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a grounder to first. What a stop! And he's going to toss it to Hauser, who just barely gets to Witt. Nice stop there by the first baseman. Trying to give him a shout out here. That is Eldridge, who we have yet to see come to the plates. Bryce Eldridge. 21 years old, 6'7", 240. He's a big guy. Maybe he can be the answer for the Giants. Again, Giants looking for a power hitter. Haven't had one in quite some time. So anyway, Bryce Harper coming to the plates. He's 1 for 1. Of course, came across to score just like Bobby Witt. Yeah, nearly 67.50. I know we've crossed that actually twice now. So we crossed 67.50 3 days ago, and then crossed it again 2 days ago. And then, of course, I didn't stream yesterday, so we had like 8 people on sub. It's just the way it is, you know. It's tough being a small-time streamer. You know, people like you, and then it's like, you know what? Actually, I don't like you, and then we'll unsub. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be cranked to left, but it looks like that's going to be settled under by Brennan, who makes the catch for out number 2. Then I'll bring up Aaron Judge. It's 1 for 1. Again, had the 2 RBIs in the first. Hauser, by the way, still out there for the third. Usually, again, spring, it's like, you know, 2 innings, and then that's kind of it. But yeah. Oh, dang, sorry, I didn't mean to bring. No, you're good. No, Duffy, don't. You don't need to apologize for anything like that. It's just the way it is, you know. It's the way it's been, or at least for me. Of course, I've talked with others, and they also go through the same thing. I imagine, again, it happens just to everybody. That's going to, again, be fouled back. 0-1 count to Judge. Of course, last year batted .331, 53 homers. I mean, that is just so good. He's just a great hitter. 1-1 count now, as that's just going to be a little bit low. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Nobody on. Here is the 1-1, as that's a breaking ball just a little bit low. 2-1 counts to the powerful hitting Aaron Judge. But, no, I mean, that's all good. It happens, you know. 2-1 count. Hauser delivers. That's going to be in the dirt. 3-1 slider again, kind of staying away from Judge. Not exactly a bad strategy. Can do damage if he connects with that cleanly. 3-1 count here. Hauser gets the windup, kicks and deals, as that's a breaking ball in the dirt. Ball 4. Yeah, it didn't really look like you wanted to threaten him at all with anything. But, of course, you walk Judge, and that sets up Kyle Schwarber. So, again, the powerful United States lineup, I mean, it's you have stars everywhere. You have power everywhere. Yeah, and he had 56 home runs last year. You know, it was just, again, this USA team can definitely do a lot of damage. Happens same here, yeah. It happens. It really does. You know, maybe, I mean, again, you know, depending on if they shut down the illegal streams or not. I mean, I'm probably not going to get anything. I'll probably lose one during the broadcast. As he checks his swing, that's going to be inside. 1-0. Again, Judge on at first. 2 outs here in the top of the third. USA leading 2-1 over the Giants. And he walked earlier. 1-0 count. Hauser from the stretch. As he delivers, that's going to be outside. And it'll be 2-0. Hauser at 45 pitches. Again, wasn't sure how long people would go here, but Hauser, again, out there for his third inning of work, as I guess they're slowly starting to get more used to it. Again, usually the starter stays out there for an inning or two for spring, as that's going to be sent back. 2-1. Two and 1 count here to Schwarber. Confused, Doc. USA versus Sanford. Yes. So, kind of just warm up. A lot of teams, actually, George, are playing international teams right now. As that's a big swing and a miss, 2-2. So a lot of teams right now are just kind of playing, you know, like Venezuela, Dominican Republic. Pretty much everybody except Japan, South Korea, Australia, and Chinese Taipei. They're all about to play. I mean, I think the opening game is tomorrow. Here's the 2-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Schwarber not liking the call. Having some words with the umpire. All right, well, we head to the bottom of the third inning, where the score remains 2-1. ESPN gets pirated streams on YouTube. Yeah, apparently ESPN does not care right now. Again, tomorrow, United States plays the Rockies. That won't be on ESPN. Maybe there's a chance that one's good, but, you know, again, this is noted for the future. It might just be because it's preseason. I can tell you this. The NFL, again, they shut down that stuff, like, immediately. As soon as game time hits, all the pirated streams are done. Everyone is done. You can't watch the NFL. It might be, though, because it's preseason. Again, the NFL, actually, I found out this the hard way. They allowed the illegal streams for preseason, so it's very likely it might be the same thing for this, or at least, again, for an ESPN nationally televised game. As I do know, again, JJ, he covers the Phillies. You know, the Orioles Birdwatcher, of course, covers the Orioles. They've had some really nice performances. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you are new to the channel, make sure again to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. Again, you know, not expecting anything really today. And of course, again, feel free to check out Sinbin. Again, he does a lot of hockey, so make sure to check him out as well. Going to be doing some college basketball, of course. March Madness, of course, is approaching. But yeah, make sure again to check out Sinbin's stream for all your hockey needs. He'll be doing some games tonight. I will be as well. I was like, I don't know if I'm doing hockey or college basketball. Ended up doing hockey. We're going to give that another go. Again, the potential for college basketball on the channel is much higher than hockey, but hockey has a higher ceiling. Well, I don't know. The ceiling is about the same. I don't know. I kind of enjoyed hockey, I'll be honest. As here is the pitch. Skeen's out there for a third. Pitch number 26. And this is indeed Bryce Eldridge, the tall first baseman, 21 years old. Last year in the minor leagues, 25 homers, OPS of 843. He's the Giants' number 2 prospect. So, again, a lot of expectations for him as he tried to hold up there, but could not successfully hold up as he went around 0-2 count to Eldridge. 0-2 count. Skeens again still on the mound for his third inning of work as here is the 0-2. That's going to be in the dirt. 1-2. Yeah, no problem, George. Appreciate it. Appreciate you again for tuning in. Get it with pirated streams. It happens on other sites, but YouTube needs to be better. You and I would be banned forever if we showed a clip. I know. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in the dirt. 2-2. That is ridiculous, but that's just reality. Not saying it's a good reality, but and it's mostly college sports, but I don't know. ESPN doesn't. I don't know. It's really weird. As Eldridge cranks this to center, Buxton on the run and makes the catch. Nice catch by Byron Buxton, keeping him off the base. That was giving a good ride. Skeens kind of seen some good contact off Skeens. Again, still early. You don't have to. Thanks. Oh yeah, no problem. It's my pleasure. My pleasure. Jared Olivia going to be at the plate for the Giants this spring, doing all right. He's batting .417, no homers, 3 RBIs. I believe he's a non-roster invitee, as that's a swing and a miss. Strike one. That's just to my knowledge. I clicked on him. There was no team assigned to him. Hopefully, just spring training. Yeah, again. Well, I mean, it might be for ESPN. As here's the 0-1. That's going to be a swing and a miss because again, the other baseball streamers are having a lot of success, actually. So it just might be ESPN. As here's the 0-2. That's going to be low for 1-2. Again, tomorrow's game not going to be on ESPN. USA and the Rockies. They'll be playing on MLB TV. Free trial. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be sent to right, and that's going to be a foul. That was a sweeper. Sweeper, pretty much another term for the slurve. I haven't really been explained on the difference between a sweeper and a slurve. My belief is that they are of the same pitch. They are the same pitch, I think, but I don't know. I could be wrong. 1-2 counts as Keens delivers. That's going to be low in the dirt away. 2-2 count. 1 out, nobody on here for Olivia. Playing in center field today as Skeens begins the windup. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on the splitter. 94 on the splitter. Again, Skeens is just built different. Just a big guy and can rear back and let it fly. That's going to bring up Willie Adames. Has the only hit for the Giants and the only run for the Giants. So a rematch of the first pitch of the game as that's going to be fouled back. 0-1. 97, by the way, on the fastball. A little bit low. Again, Skeens can touch 102. I don't know about 103. I don't know if I've seen 103. He can hit 100 to 101 consistently. Usually a lot of 99, though. 0-2 as that's a swing and a miss on the fastball. All of them high. Or both of them, I should say. First Giants since 2004 with 30 home runs. Adames did that last year. Adames, again, a solid bat. As here's the 0-2. That's going to be popped up and fouled back. Just getting the top of the screen. 0-2 counts to Willie Adames. Skeens delivering. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out 99 on the fastball. Adames smiling. And looking at Skeens. Skeens, though, focused. And heading in. We head to the top of the 4th inning. United States leading 2-1. All right. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Discovering some baseball, folks. Guys like baseball? Well, me too. And if you're new to the channel, make sure again to like and subscribe for play-by-play. With Dr. Lay, again, I kind of, this is what I do. I kind of call games, folks. Hold on, just checking out some things real quick. It's what I do. I call games. Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out, though. Again, we'll be back tonight for some hockey. And the goal is to come back tomorrow for some United States and Rockies. They played, the United States playing another exhibition tomorrow. Their final tune-up before the game against Brazil. That's going to be on Friday. Friday night. That should be on Fox, so it will be on your local station. Again, unsure about you know, the rest are in between. Again, gonna cover some hockey tonight. Penguins, Bruins. The goal is to cover USA Rockies. Again, that one's still up in the air. Might be doing it again. I can guarantee you we'll be back on tomorrow night for sure for the opening round of the World Baseball Classic. Chinese Taipei taking on Australia in the first round, or not first round, but you know, opening again, pool play. That'll be late. That is a late game. What did I start? 8:30. So that must mean it starts at 9. And there should be a lot of competition for your attention. So hopefully, again, I've done well. Hopefully, you like what you're listening to. We are back, though. Again, here at the top of the 4th. 2-1, United States leading the Giants. Do have a new pitcher. That is Tidwell out there, as that's going to be just high for ball 1. Alex Bregman at the plates. Just upgraded to ESPN Unlimited for the year. Oh, that's good, as that's going to be cranked to left center field. That one is back and gone. Alex Bregman with the solo shot here in the top of the 4th inning, extending the lead to 3-1. Should have said extending lead to 2, but you know what? I butchered the call. It is what it is. It works. I put on the game. That's cool. That is good. So Unlimited is the one with ESPN, right? I believe so. This guy is late. It's all good, Denny. This guy. Here's the pitch. That's going to be sent to center. This one not nearly as far, as that's going to be gloved by Olivia for out number 1. That was Cal Riley, by the way. Now center plate is going to be Roman Anthony's 0 for 1 in this one. Good to see you, Denny. Appreciate you for tuning in. That is an OG. I know RFK again was here earlier before he was excused for a solid 24 hours. Here's the pitch. That's a big cut and a miss as well. 0-1 count. Again, Denny, hopefully you like the crowd noise. Hopefully it's here to stay. Again, I'll find out tomorrow or the day after if it violates any copyrights, as that has popped up, and that's going to be becoming a souvenir to Lucky Fan. 0-2 count to the young Roman Anthony. A run for Bregman, yep. Moment has everything ESPN. Select only has the ESPN Plus stuff. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, appreciate you, Robert. Appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you again for greeting everybody. It does create a nice environment, so thank you. That stuff does not go unnoticed. So thank you again for that. As here's the pitch. That's going to be high for 1-2. Hope everyone is having a good one. Yeah, no, we're doing all right. Again, yeah, hopefully, again, it's fine. The only problem, again, would be the organs, I think. You know, if that's a problem, I can try to tune those out. It would kind of be a bummer because it really does add to it. 1-2 count here. Tidwell to Anthony. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did. He struck him out. That is out number 2. That'll bring up Byron Buxton, who's 0 for 2 in this one. RFK doing RFK. Yeah, good to see you, Chris. Appreciate you. Yeah, RFK, he's something. He is definitely a character. As that swung on and hit to right. But he is right under it and makes the catch for out number 3. USA tacks on a run thanks to Alex Bregman. A solo shot to left center, making this a 3-1 ball game as we head to the bottom of the 4th. How you doing today? I'm okay. I'm hanging in there, you know. Just kind of tuning up for some baseball. I haven't called a baseball game in, what, 5-6 months now? So, yeah, just excited for it. Changed the jersey, took away Ben. My beloved Ben Roethlisberger. He's going to be removed for a little bit. Just for a tad bit. Again, probably going to put him back later. Just to have the Pirates jersey up there for baseball purposes. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, hopefully you're doing well, Chris. Again, I'm ready for baseball. Kind of bummed out with the illegal streams. It happens. It happens. But, you know, that's what it is. This is what it is. And again, appreciate you guys for all tuning in. Again, 3-1 your score. United States getting some practice. Just again, like the Giants. Again, this is pretty much an exhibition. Is this practice? Yeah, pretty much, Chris. Just an exhibition. Spring training for the Giants, exhibition for the United States. Getting some practice. And again, the United States will be playing one more exhibition match tomorrow against the Colorado Rockies. I should be calling that game. I probably will. We'll see. Yeah, so we'll be doing, again, double baseball duty tomorrow. As, again, Chinese Taipei takes on Australia in the opening round, or the opening match of the World Baseball Classic. So we'll be doing a lot of that. We'll be doing a lot of that for sure. So make sure, again, if you're just tuning in, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Dolay. Again, thank you guys for hanging out with me for this one. I'm getting a bunch of stuff. What the heck? Let's see. Kyler Murray is already guaranteed. Kyler Murray, the Cardinals informed Kyler Murray that they intend to release him, barring a trade before the start of the year. Wow. Unbelievable, dude. All right, here is the pitch as Boyd sends this foul. I said unbelievable, not for that. That is kind of expected with Kyler Murray. Unbelievable is a reaction I just had when I saw another Steeler fan, who I'm in a group chat with, said, I need him. I'm like, what are you talking about? 0-1 is that's going to be swung on and fouled back. I'm not going to engage with this guy. Bro wants Aaron. This guy! Oh, I'm getting rage baited. Unbelievable on stream. 0-2 count here to, again, Matt Chapman at the plate. I apologize. We did have, again, a pitching change. Matthew Boyd replacing Skeens. As Boyd delivers, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Skeens, by the way, exiting 3 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 earned, 4 strikeouts. Pretty solid performance for Skeens. Again, really, the opening double was the only damage that was done. And he did have some balls that were kind of hit well, but they did find a glove. This is going to be Patrick Bailey, the catcher. It's going to be at the plate. Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball to short. as that's thrown to first for out number 2. I will engage, actually. Hold on, I'm going to engage. I'm going to go ahead and actually fight on camera, folks. Anyway, here's the pitch. That's going to be inside. The ball. This is Barry Cotto. Barry Cotto at the plate. He's 0 for 1 today with the strikeouts. Let's see here. I'm ready for baseball no matter with no football for a while and hockey running out. Yeah, no, for sure. Also inside here is the 1-0, so it'll make it 2-0. 2-0 counts to Barry Cotto as Boyd moving pretty quickly. Here's the 2-0. That's a swing and a miss. Fooled him with the changeup. 2-1. Thanks for doing. Oh yeah, no problem. Appreciate you for tuning in, Sinbin. 2-1 count. Boyd begins the windup, kicks and deals. That's going to be hits to second. Gets past the second baseman, and he will get on here with 2 outs. Barry Cotto keeping this inning alive. Good effort by the diving second baseman, but unable to get on. This is going to be Will Brennan. He's 0 for 1 in this one. Packers hired a new special teams coordinator. Hopefully they can improve next season. Yeah. Gutsy. Gutte always seems to neglect special team when constructing the roster. Goody. Are you talking about the GM there? That's going to be in there for a called strike? Minimal improvement at best. You wouldn't hire Carla to collect tickets at the gate. There we go. I'm going to use that, if you don't mind. That's great. That's so good. Got to throw over to first. That's going to be not in time. Here's the 0-1, sorry. One on one count here to Brennan. 1 man on, 2 outs as Boyd sets, looks over at first, and delivers. That's a chopper over the pitcher's head. He tipped it. Shortstop coming in, and he bobbles it, and he gets on. Look at that. Witt couldn't handle it after the tip of Boyd. And that's going to be runners at first and second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Again, USA leading 3-1, but the Giants are threatening. With 2 men on here in the bottom of the 4th. Grant McCray coming up for the Giants. 0 for 1 in this one. Always pray on something, yeah. Gutenkist, gotcha. Sorry for late. No, you're good. You're good. Again, just kind of hanging out. As Boyd delivers, that's a swing and a miss. He really let a big rip there. 0-1 count to McCray. Thanks for doing the Penguins game. Oh, yeah, no problem. No problem. Again, unsure if I'll be able to do the Penguins game Thursday, which, again, could lead me to a plug of Sinbin. Sinbin will be covering the Penguins game on Thursday night, Michael. So if you're looking for a home, there's that one. Almost got McCray. McCray had to get out of the way, as you heard it right here on Dr. Delay. McCray, not a fan of that one. One and one count here to McCray, as McCray just now getting back in the box. But anyway, yeah, Sinbin's going to be covering Sabres Penguins on Thursday. Unsure if I'm going to be able to do so. I'll let you know, but again, if I'm not, there you go. That is a solid option for you. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be inside as well. Throw over to first, and he is safe. Harper thought he got him, but that was indeed not the case. 2-1 count here to McCray. What was it? Oh, yeah, Skeens. They showed Skeens. He's throwing. He's Skeens is, man, he's a trooper. I do love Skeens for a lot of reasons. That's a big swing and a miss there. 2-2, 94 on the fastball. Again, Skeens kind of just he's your classic guy, man. He's got the old school attitude, man. He's, well, obviously plays for the Pirates, but he's really good. But he also, again, he just puts his head down and works. I mean, he is just so good. Says the right things. Has a great attitude. I'm very, very happy he's on the Pirates. 2-2 counts as Boyd delivers. Ground ball, and that's going just foul. That was just foul. 2-2. 2 men on, 2 outs. USA leading by 2. 2s are wild, kind of. Would be pretty cool if it was 2-2 in the second. 2 on, 2 out, 2-2 count. But no, it's not the case. Not as many 2s as you'd like, though. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Square root of 2 is 2. Or 4, pardon me. Ignore that. 2-2 count. Boyd does get off for a sec. Just looking back the runner. Boyd sets, looks over at first, looks at second, as well as here's the pitch. Ground ball, and again, going foul. Gray staying alive again. Almost got his face taken off earlier. Did not like that one bit. 3-1 count to McRae. He was doing a good job of staying alive. Boyd sets again, lefty on lefty matchup as Boyd delivers, and that's cut on and sent out of play, and that is also going to be a souvenir. USA, yep. I've got a lot of fans there in the Hartford fans, Pirates fan, I saw there, Giants fan. Team USA World Baseball Classic history, of course, last time was a runner-up. 2017, they were the champion. 2013, second round. 09, they got to the semis. 06 as well, second round. So they've gotten past pull play every single time. Here's the 2-2. That's a ground ball to first. Harper corrals it and heads to first to step on the bag for out number 3. We head to the top of the 5th inning. The score, 3-1 USA with the lead. Appreciate you, Robert, for tuning. Appreciate all of you guys for hanging out for this one. Again, we'll be back tonight for some Penguins and the Bruins. My wife does not like the Bruins. She called them a dirty team. That's what she calls them. That's all she knows them as, is the dirty team. She also doesn't like the Capitals as well. They have a Skeens now, yeah. Yeah, I'm just really, really happy with the Pirates. Hopefully, again, we can keep them forever, but I don't know. Name the 80s movie this line is from. Souvenirs, novelties, party tricks. Again, when it comes to movies, I'm out. I have no idea. None, no clue. I'm just, I just don't watch movies. I just don't, apparently. I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. Start of the game for the USA. That was Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens was your man. Again, his stat line not too shabby. 3 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 earned, 4 strikeouts. Again, the 1 hit was a double. It was a leadoff double. And I think it was a ground ball to second, pushed the runner to third, and then just another, I think it was a ground ball to short, I think. And that, of course, he was running home. So, yeah, that's how that went. Pretty solid, though, for Paul. Again, he's still thrown in the bullpen whenever they last showed him. Again, just a trooper. He is a trooper. How many innings? It's going to be just 9. First Pirate season I've been able to get excited for. I'm pretty excited. I've been watching some old Pirates last 2 nights. So 2 nights ago, that pitch is in there for a called strike. Missing some action here. That is great, ESPN again. Don't know why. I'll get back to my story in a sec. Because here's the old one. That's going to be just outside for ball one. There's a changeup. Biskeen's now getting interviewed. Don't know why MLB negotiated back with ESPN. ESPN clearly hates baseball. I mean, they don't give it the love. Same thing with hockey. ESPN doesn't respect hockey. They only really care about the NFL and basketball, which, again, I'm a huge NFL guy. NFL is my #1 thing. But, like, I don't know why baseball and the NHL would even think about. As here's the 1-2. That's going to be hits. And that's going to get through the second baseman. Koss couldn't get there in time. So Terang, by the way, pardon me, he was at the plate there. Gets on. Just a little shock that MLB would partner with a company that doesn't really prioritize baseball. Bobby Witt, by the way, going to be at the plate. He's 1 for 2. But anyway, yeah, no, very excited. But I've been watching the last 2 nights. 2 nights ago, watched the 07 Pirates. Last night was the 08 Pirates. Might skip forward a few years. The 09 Pirates are pretty terrible. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Top secret. Gotcha. How much did Team Israel pay the Marlins to lose the game on purpose? 107 total hits. Marlins that must have played blindfolded without gloves. Appreciate you, Bam, for tuning in. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's spring training. It's not really a big deal. However you approach it, you know. I mean, the Marlins, I mean, I had this discussion. Are you also in JG9's chat? I don't know. You're kind of familiar. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just seeing things. So that's going to be in there for Cold Strike. I kind of made a message. One of the comments, they were talking about the NL East. The Marlins were brought up. I'm like, the Marlins overachieved last year. The Marlins were 79-83. They were one of the worst teams in baseball. As that's going to be a tapper right in front of the catcher. Pitcher's going to come out and get it. Throws, and that's thrown away. Witt's now going to take off to second. That ball's in the outfield. Oh, the right fielder falls down. Throws from his rear end. Throws to the first baseman. As we now have runners at second and third. With nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Well, just kind of a disaster there for the Giants. Just a tapper. Catcher and the pitcher. Both kind of having to meet in the middle. Pitcher was the one that got it. Pardon me, the name is for Tidwell. Forgot the pitcher's name. Unbelievable stuff. But anyway, yeah, I mean, the Marlins to me aren't really that great. I mean, they could get better this year, and they'll probably still finish with 79-83. I mean, they had like the 3rd worst run differential in all the NL. As that's going to be sent to right, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. And that is another. Bryce Harper. 2 RBI single here in the top of the 5th. Extending the lead to 5-1. Look at that. Bryce Harper, 2 for 3 on the day. Pretty solid game already. That's going to bring up Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge 1 for 1 with the walk as Tidwell delivers a strike there at the knees. USA roster is loaded, so is the Dominican. Yes, no, for sure. USA, Dominican, Japan. There's another team that was mentioned as part of the elite classes. That's a ground ball in between short and third as the hit parade will continue here in the 5th. Judge now a perfect 2 for 2 on the day, again with a walk. Dr. Hear Me, Athletics win their division due to head-to-head division record. Would be pretty crazy, Draven. I don't think that'll happen. Don't think that'll happen. Looks like Judge gonna get standing ovation as he's gonna be replaced by PCA Pete Crow Armstrong. Yeah, what a guy to have on your bench. Jeez. USA again stacked as can be. Kyle Schwarber at the plates as he was calling time. Is the pitch going to count? Pitch was low. Tidwell and Bailey looking around. He's like, hey, was that? I don't know. I don't know what happened. It looks like they're going to say that pitch didn't count. Schwarber 0 for 1 with a walk. 0 for walk today. You missed the intro tunes. Oh, you're good. You're good, man. Doing more of a, I think it was more of an, I don't know what the style is called. It's more of an electro music. I don't know what the style is. I don't know what the word would be. You can listen to it and let me know what it's actually called. As, yeah, 1-0 count here to Schwarber, missing high. Go Cubs, PCA. Yep. Tidwell looks back at second and delivers. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Sweeper on the outside corner. 1-1 counts. Runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the fifth as Tidwell looks back and delivers. That's a grounder to first. Throws to second. There's one and two. A double play. Good play there by Eldridge. Good throw. Getting the man at second, the speedy PCA. That's going to bring up Alex Bregman, who's 1 for 2 on the day. He's got an RBI as well. Nice pick by Eldridge. Backhanded on the hop. Here is the pitch. That's going to be a little bit low for ball 1. Tidwell 24 pitches. Don't know how long he's going to stay in. Your mic sounds muddled. We're kind of hearing the game in the background. Yeah, that's crowd noise. It's kind of be like, it's not the actual crowd. I don't know, is it too loud? Or is the crowd too loud? Let me, a little bit down. That's what I was worried about. Didn't want it to be a little overpowering. Who's telling? It's going to be on, yeah, ESPN. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low. 2-1. 2-1 counts. Tomorrow again, the USA playing the Rockies. That's going to be on MLB TV. And again, I'll be covering the World Baseball Classic tomorrow as Chinese Taipei taking on Australia in the World Baseball Classic opening game. That's going to be in there for call strike. I believe that's on Fox or FS1. I actually don't know. I can actually check that right now. FS. Well, no, hold it. Hold. Yeah, FS1. FS1. 2-2 count here to Bregman as that's a ground ball to third. Throwing to first. And that is caught for out number 3. But again, Team USA with 2 runs here in the top of the fifth. They lead 5-1. Korea is a sleeper team. Yes, South Korea could do some damage. There's some good teams. I was just trying to think of the great teams. I don't think South Korea was mentioned as the greater team. I can't remember. Can't recall. And appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you do like what you're listening to, make sure again to like and subscribe. As I'll be back tonight for some hockey. I kind of call a lot of things. It's what I do. It's what I do. I call games. So if you like games, sports in general, make sure again to subscribe. Again, I'll be calling the World Baseball Classic. Not every game, but I'll get as much as I can. I mean, that is what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Again, should be a good tournament. USA expected to advance out of pool play at least, at the bare minimum. I mean, you'd think so, right? I mean, it's kind of a given, you'd think. Maybe not. I don't know. I have no idea. Again, I was kind of worried about baseball, how it's going to do for the channel and stuff like that. I think it's going to do well. Tough scene today, though. Thousands watching on YouTube. Maybe not the case tomorrow. I don't know. We'll find out. You gonna do any college basketball conference tournaments? Yes, I will. Just unsure when I'll start doing that. Kind of weird too, because some conference tournaments start. They actually have already started. I think last night was the first one. Cleveland State and somebody. I don't know. And then, of course, there's still some regular season games still happening all the way until the 10th, I believe. So, just weird. Just a weird time right now. Christian Koss going to be at the plate here. Koss is 0 for 1. As Boyd's still out there for his second inning of work. Changeup going to be low in the dirt. Missing for ball 1. Again, starting out. Yeah, I don't know. Again, we'll just, I'll do as much as I can. That's going to be just outside 2-0. Trying to do some quality games. Again, unsure how the situation's going to work with ESPN. And then, of course, not really helping out YouTubers as that's going to be popped up and fouled back 2-1. I have to stick with just the Peacock games and CBS Sports Network. ESPN Plus, again, it's hit and miss. Sometimes they will actually show those games on YouTube. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's a big cut and a big miss. 2-2 to Koss. Boyd sets here on the 2-2. Koss digging in at the plate. Boyd just now beginning the windup as he kicks and deals. That's cut on and fouled back. That'll be a souvenir. And USA leading 5-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. So USA getting their first of 2 tune-up games as that's going to be chopped foul. Remains at 2-2. Giants, of course, have some expectations. They finished 500 last year, I believe. I think they were exactly 81-81. Just missing out on the wild card spot by a game or so. I don't know if it was 2 or 3. I don't recall where the Reds finished or how they finished. I think they were like 83 and 79. Really close. As here's the 2-2. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Down goes Koss. That'll bring up Bryce Eldridge, who's 0 for 1 in this one. But yeah, the Giants, again, looking to get back on track. Again, a really solid organization historically, and not even that far ago. They won 3 World Series in 6 years. Very impressive. In the early 2010s, just they've struggled as of late. It's in there again for a called strike. 0-1 count to Eldridge. Lefty on lefty matchup. Giants are a pesky team. They are. 0-1. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Logan Webb is a study starting game 1 of the World. Yes, Logan Webb is really solid. I mean, they had Giants pitching last year was really good. Their problem, again, was kind of like the Pirates. They were just a little bit of a better version of the Pirates. Good pitching, bad hitting, as that's a big swing and a miss. He struck him out. Down goes Eldridge. That'll bring up Olivia. I can't remember his name. Jared Olivia. And I believe he's a non-roster invitee. Let me check something. As there is the pitch, breaking ball in there for a called strike. 0-1 counts. Again, don't want to say I'm going to have the crowd noise on for every stream. Don't know yet. That's a big swing. Strike 2. We'll see again if YouTube flags it. That's really, again, the issue. It's not the crowd noise. I think it would help the broadcast, help the viewing experience for sure. It's not even a question of that. As here's the 0-2. That's going to be hit to second, and he makes a jumping catch. A leaping catch for outs number 3. Nice play. See if they made a sub. No, they have not. They have not taken out Terang. Terang with a nice jump there. Nice leap. As we head to the top of the 6th inning. Your score, USA 5, Giants 1. Hey, batter, batter. Hey, batter, batter. Yeah. I don't mind the crowd noise. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully, again, I think most people will like it. I think it's going to be, I think it'll take the baseball streams to another level. I really do. Also, again, plan on using the 3D. We'll see on that, but that is the goal. The problem, and you know, again, it won't really be a problem, I think. I don't think it will. I could be wrong. But the issue will be more so with the timing. It'll be a little bit off. People seem to not mind it. I mean, I guess it's really just for visual. I mean, people just like to see something move, I guess, or, you know, got to keep the attention span there. I don't know. But, yeah, there's a lot of... the stream seemed to do well when I had that. On. I'm going to do some checks across the national, or not the National League, MLB. Final scores already. The Pirates beat Colombia 7-1. Not good for Colombia. Netherlands 8, Orioles 5, Yankees 11, Panama 1, Toronto Blue Jays 10, Canada 7, Israel 1, Marlins nothing, Mets 6, Nicaragua 3. More finals. Tampa Bay Rays over the Twins 5-3. Rays again split squad 3, Phillies 1. Currently happening, Padres 2, White Sox 2, Dodgers 5, Indians 4, Angels 4. I can't think of these names now. Mariners 3. Let's see, that already happened. Again, USA leading the Giants 5-1. Royals leading Cuba 3-0. Cubs leading Italy 4-0. Great Britain leading Milwaukee 7-2. Mexico leading Arizona 4-2. And then the Athletics all over Brazil 11-1. Man, oh man. 3D glasses, yeah. Yeah, we're doing the 3D for MLB.com. Again, it kind of shows like the players moving everywhere. 1-0 count, as that's going to be outside 2-0. This is Cal Riley's 0 for 2 on the day. Looks like everyone's going to get 3 at-bats, and then we'll see how the backups look. 2-0, that's going to be in there for a called strike. Mavs made a very bad trade. Yeah, Dr. Makaluka. Trade Luka for an elderly injury-prone center. How are we feeling about this trade? Yeah. I don't know. It would be kind of foolish if the Mavericks kind of did move off Luka. I don't know. Would be very interesting. That would be one of the more odd things to witness, but, you know. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know, if they do it, they do it. It's maybe they get a you know, good draft pick out of it. I don't know. 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be just outside for ball 4. And again, I actually mean that, not the meme where he said just been outside, where it's actually way out. Mavs made, yeah, they did. Background noise is cool, especially if there's representation. Yeah, again, probably have the 3D. But we'll see. We'll see. Again, got to do what's best for the channel. I'll be running tests. I mean, what you see on opening day might, I mean, it might not be what I actually do throughout the season. As that is going to be cranked by Anthony. Deep right field. That one is long gone. Oh, man, it's out of the stadium. Roman Anthony with a 2-run shot to right field, extending this lead to 6. As it's now 7-1. Probably hit, what, 60 home runs? Yes. Yes, he had a great year last year. Anthony having a nice day. Well, he's just 1 for 3, but again, you hit a home run. That's always a great day, no matter what else you do. Anthony had an OPS of 859 last year, 8 homers, 32 RBIs in 71 games played. As he looks to take another step forward for the Red Sox. Buxton looking at a called strike, 0-1 counts. As Tidwell begins the windup and the pitch. That's inside. As it's 1-1. McCovey Cove. Not quite McCovey Cove. Not quite. Again, they're at Scottsdale. That's going to be low for 2-1. But again, that would have definitely hit McCovey Cove for sure. That one would have been in the water. Need cannonball sound effects, yeah. I'm looking forward to Doing the clearing the deck cannonball coming call. That's always fun. Again, always a pleasure to hear Greg Brown. Definitely one of my favorites, if not the favorite, my favorite. Again, I like John Miller as well for the Giants. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be inside 3-2. Really enjoyed John Miller. Was the voice of Sunday Night Baseball for many years, John Miller and Jim Morgan. 3-2. Tidwell delivers. That's going to be inside for ball 4. So Buxton will get on base. That'll bring up Bryce Turang, who's 1 for 2. Yeah, definitely excited again for the Pirates this year. Again, we'll be doing a lot of Pirates. Again, a little bit of Brewers as well, and then some Giants. Again, a lot of Giants support. They were really the first fan base to really embrace the channel. As here's the pitch. That's going to be in there. Oh, and the catcher, Bailey, couldn't quite hold on to it as Buxton swiped second. That was kind of interesting. Ball just kind of fell out of his hand behind him. As Buxton at second, the speedy Buxton. College basketball March Madness. Yep, we'll be doing some of that, Christopher. Good to see you, Christopher. Appreciate you, man. Cleveland Indians announcer, yeah. Here's the 0-1 as Turang sends this to right. This one at the warning track, and he's going to make the catch for a loud out number 1. Buxton tagging up from second to third as he's now just 90 feet away or so from making this an 8-1 game. Turang has speed, no power. Well, almost sent this one out. But yeah, Turang's not bad. Again, it would be great on the Pirates. Of course, we did just sign Brandon Lowe. Turang last year actually had 18 home runs. Not too shabby. OPS of 794, batting 288. So he had a really good year. Well, batting average-wise, his career best. This is Gunnar Henderson, his first plate appearance of the day. 1-1 count. Tidwell sets and fires. That's a swing and a miss in the dirt. 0-2 to Henderson. Runner again on third with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Bob Uecker, yep. Missed it by that much. Brandon Lowe played for Tampa Bay. Decent veteran. Yeah, he should provide some power. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Down goes Henderson. Again, Tidwell still out there. This is Tidwell's 3rd inning of work, or maybe not. Looks like we have a pitching change. As soon as I guess I did the announcer's jinx there. Tidwell gonna finish with 2 2/3, 6 hits, 5 earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Not exactly a great performance. But, you know, again, you're facing the USA All-Stars. Not exactly an easy lineup. Missed it by that much, yeah. But, yeah, we should have a good year, I think, for the channel. I think so. I think it'll be fun. Looks like Ricardo Estrada is going to be replacing Blade Tidwell. At least finish out the inning. Unsure if he'll get him some work or not. I don't know. This might be his MLB debut. Like I don't see any stats for him. Nothing for the regular season. Nothing for spring training. I think Ricardo Estrada, the first time he'll ever be seen by MLB fans. So look at that. And he'll just be facing Paul Goldschmidt. Orioles were really disappointing. Henderson, all that young talent in the lineup. Yeah, no, for sure. Orioles bird watcher not happy with it. I think the Orioles will be fine. They're playing college basketball on NBA 2K26. Yeah, I heard that they're adding something. I don't know what it was, like what mode it would be in, but yeah, looking forward to a new college basketball game would be nice. My voice is starting to give out already. That's not good. I had a day of rest. Looks like I just need water. I think that's what it is. Indiana Bears got a nice ring to it. No, it does not. Yeah. No, Tom was right there, yeah. I think Draven's trolling for sure. Yeah, Draven, man, again, we got to play. We got to play soon. We really do. I got some time. A little bit now. A little bit more now than I will have during baseball. Got to play some either college football or COD. Really COD. College football, I just lost interest. Been playing a little bit the last few nights because a friend just got the game, so I've been kind of teaching him. That 1-0 count, by the way, Estrada again. I believe this is his debut. Again, it won't be officially his debut because it's spring training. And so here's the 1-0. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 87 mile per hour fastball. This is a blast from the past here, 2000s fastball there. 1-1 counts. Estrada to Goldschmidt. As here is the 1-1. That's going to be inside. 2-2. That one's 92. Well, a lot of range there on the fastball. The Shindiago Bears then. I mean, hey, that works. Why not? Coming in 27. I think I got pushed out to 2028, actually. 2-1 count here to Goldschmidt. Here's the pitch, as that's going to be sent back and out of play for a foul ball. 2-2. Goldschmidt, career batting average against lefties, .324, so they definitely are making Estrada work for this out. As here is the pitch. That's going to be just high. That was a sinker, just missing there. 3-2 counts as Estrada, again, looking for one more strike. Estrada sets, kicks, and fires. That's going to be cranked to right. On the run is the right fielder in foul territory, making the catch up against the wall. What a play by McRae. But, of course, not before the United States tacking on 2 runs here at the top of the 6th. So we head to the bottom of the 6th. 7-1 is your score. USA leading the Giants. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know. If I had to guess, 2 years, yeah, it got pushed back. I was really disappointed to see that. And we were supposed to get EA and 2K. Now it's just 2K, so we're not going to have competition, so that should be a lesser product. But, again, EA did really good with college football, so maybe 2K steps it up. But, anywho, I don't know. I mean, they can still move to Indiana and be called Chicago. I mean, it's still a thing. You can still do it. I hope that's the case. But I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Again, tonight we'll do a doubleheader tonight. Going to be calling the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Boston Bruins. The stream will start at 6:45 Eastern. Game or puck drop at 7 o'clock Eastern. As we'll just be again getting an audience, and I don't know how many Bruin streamers there are. Apparently, I'm really shocked to find this. There aren't that many Penguin streamers. I really legit thought a team like the Penguins would have like a dedicated channel or so, but apparently there's not a dedicated play-by-play channel for the Penguins. That's shocking. I'm really kind of sad to see that the Penguins don't have the Penguins fans don't have a reliable guy that's covering all the games. That's shocking to me. Really weird. But yeah, I don't know how many Bruins fans there are out there covering the game tonight, but again, we'll be covering Pittsburgh and Boston. And thank you guys for hanging out for this one. Again, going to be a kind of a slow day, or at least, yeah, probably just a slow day in general. Even tonight's game will be slow. But we'll be back tomorrow with a doubleheader. Again, the Gold Discover USA Rockies tomorrow as well. That one's going to be on MLB TV, so it should block any of the streams. And, we'll be back again for tomorrow night. Chinese Taipei and Australia, as that'll get us started in the World Baseball Classic. Matthew Boyd out there for his 3rd inning of work. Willie Adames at the plate, who's 1 for 2. Again, has a double and a run scored, the only run by the Giants. As Boyd kicks and deals. That's going to be outside. 1-1 count. Yeah, that was a slow curveball. The bullpen coach is David Ross, the Cubs manager for 4 years. Big swing and a miss by Adames. Changeup in the dirt. Couldn't quite lay off it. Boyd kicks and deals. That's going to be sent back, and that's going to go foul. Thank you guys for hanging out. Stream just under 2 hours, I think. That's not too bad. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be just outside. Breaking ball. Just missing. Not too shabby. Should be on pace for about 2:45, 3-hour time there as Adames sends this to left, and that's just foul down the left field line, man. And looking at another double. Unbelievable. I'm doing okay, Brandon. Hopefully you're doing well. I know you're excited for the Astros. You're definitely excited for the Astros this year. We'll see what they can do. Can they get back in the form, as this one's going to be popped up and back behind home plates. Thomas again, the only player here for the Giants to do any damage. As Boyd kicks and deals. That's going to be chopped foul once again, just staying alive. All you can do is stay alive, folks. They're playing tomorrow. Oh, yeah, I was just saying. Just in general for the Astros season. 2-2 count. Boyd begins the windup and the pitch. As Adames once again sends this out of play. And this will be another souvenir. This is unbelievable. You're excited for the Reds, Giants, and the Phillies. Nice, nice. Yeah, I do remember that you're a Reds fan. As Boyd awaits, and then winds up and pitches as swing and a miss. He finally struck him out. That was is that a 10-pitch at bat? Man, oh man, that was quite the stuff. It's going to bring up, I believe this is Casey Schmidt. He's had a nice spring training, batting .333 so far in the spring, as Boyd delivers. That's going to be outside, ball one. Kyler Murray's getting released. Yeah, I know. Again, I had a a group chat with some friends of mine. This guy's a little bit younger. I'd say he's his early 20s, maybe mid-20s. I don't know. It's going to be just outside. Here to Casey Schmidt, 2-0. But yeah, he was like, "Oh man, we need to get him." I'm like, "Dude, this guy, you don't know anything." I mean, he also wanted Justin Fields, by the way. I want to make that clear. 2-0 count. That's going to be in there for a called strike. He was a big Justin Fields guy for many years prior to him getting the Steelers. He just doesn't really have a feel for the Steelers. More of a new gen fan, as that's a big swing and a miss. 2-2. Nothing wrong against the new gen fandom, but I don't know. They go for more of the highlights rather than the product on the field. Not surprised. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we have a Cardinals fan that's been here for a while. Even predates you, Chris. Nick. He tunes in mostly for night games during the baseball year. Big Diamondbacks fan. But anyway, yeah, no, he's been saying that Kyler Murray's been batting. At first, I'm like, well, he's average quarterback, and then I really thought about it. Like, honestly, yeah, Kyler's kind of below average, as that's going to be swung on and hit to right, and that's going to be a foul ball. Pirates already beat Columbia. They actually beat Columbia 7-1 today. Pretty crazy stuff. 2-2 count to Schmidt. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a tapper to the pitcher, Boyd, who's going to get it and throw to first, as Goldschmidt makes the catch for out number 2. playing Kershaw. Is he really playing for Team USA? I didn't even know that. Or is he a coach? I actually did not even know that. Looks like Boyd is done. His day will be done. We're going to have a pitching change here in the bottom of the 6th. Couldn't tell you who this is, but we'll find out, I guess, in a few moments. Or I guess in about a minute or so. But yeah, that's going to be the end of Boyd. Again, Boyd with a pretty solid day, pretty solid outing. He went 2 2/3, 2 hits allowed, 4 strikeouts. Actually did better than Paul Skeens. Don't have a name or a number. This is R.J. Dabovich. Dabovich is going to be in for the United States. Now he plays for the Giants. He'll be playing his team. He's been so far perfect, and has only actually played just a inning. Actually, he's never played in the regular season before, so that's interesting. The bullpen. Not exactly a lot of experience there for the United States, at least with this guy. So he's looking just to get in some work. Here's first batter will be Patrick Bailey. But yeah, they're playing in Scottsdale, Arizona. They're playing again in the Cactus League stadiums, or area, I should say. Probably the stadiums as well. Cards just released. Yeah, I just saw that. From the 410. Not really a surprise. Again, kind of got outplayed by Jacoby Brissett. So it's just... Again, Brissett's not bad, but... You know... Not ideal. Not ideal. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. Not ideal. Bay's last game as Pirate. Yeah, so I don't know if guys were paying attention earlier. We're still here for my story. Watching the 08 Pirate game. Was doing the actually watched a July 30th game. It was Jason Bay's last game as a Pirate. That was kind of sad to see. It was a loss, 4-7, I think, to the Rockies. Drove in his last hit though was a 2 RBI single. As a Pittsburgh Pirate. Dabovich, first pitch misses high, 1-0, as that's going to be hit to right. And that's going to drop in for a base hit. This could be 2. I think it will be, as Bailey's going to cruise into second with the 2-out double. So there you go. Maybe the Giants can cut the lead a little bit. R.J. Dabovich, last season in the minors, 2.89 ERA, 19 strikeouts, only pitched in 9 innings. And yet had 19 strikeouts, so the stuff is there for sure. The swing and a miss stuff for sure, but yeah, we'll see what he can do here. Opening day. Oh, the Pirates play the Mets on opening day. Dabovich facing Barry Cotto. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. That's going to be just high for ball 1. What a no count here. Dabovich against Barry Cotto. As here's the pitch. That's going to be jammed to right. And that's going to go out of play for a foul ball as I hit my foot. By the way, Bailey was relieved for Gavello. Thomas Gavello. Pinch running for Patrick Bailey. Again, runner in scoring position for the Giants. As here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. 1-2 is the count to Barry Cotto. Giants again looking for some offense. Just in general, again, for the regular season and last year, not exactly great offensively. Great, pitching-wise, but not really a team that could put up runs at will, as that's a check swing. Did not get the call. I thought he... Oh, that just missed. Oh, wow, that was just on the outside corner. 2-2 count to Barry Cocha. Runner on second, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Chopper to short. Henderson throws to first. Goldschmidt with a nice pick there at first to make the squeeze and the outs. Nothing doing for the Giants. We head to the top of the 7th. 7-1 is your score. An and sign. And thank you guys for hanging out for this one. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, we'll be back for some more World Baseball Classic coverage tomorrow. Doubleheader on the channel as well. Be doing again the USA and the Rockies. That is the goal. We'll be doing that one. Of course, if I don't, then I will guarantee you the Chinese Taipei and the Australia game. That'll be happening. And again, a late one tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Central, not Eastern. So 10 o'clock Eastern is the first game of the World Baseball Classic. So again, my East Coast crowd, if you guys go to bed, I don't blame you. I understand. Totally get it. That'll be on FS1. So I'll be tuning in for that one. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. It's been a dominating performance by Team USA. Looking here. Astros playing Baltimore. Oh, wow. That's a nice, that's a good team, I think. It's a nice opening matchup. Wouldn't you agree? I would agree. That should be pretty fun. Team USA again. Webb playing Brazil. Skubal against Great Britain. Skeens will take on Mexico. And Nolan McLean versus Italy. So I'm looking around here. Give me a sec. All right, Gage going to be at the plate here as he takes on Pete Crow Armstrong. That's going to be a pitch outside for ball one. Again, USA leading 7-1. First picture at 12:05. 1-0 count here to PCA. Here's the pitch. That's going to be ground ball to first. Oh, he can't handle it. It took a nasty hop. Eldridge could not hold on to it. Just hit him in the chest as it squirted away. And, of course, that is going to have the very dangerous PCA on the base paths. Going to see a pinch hitter here. Charlie Ciscounty. Charlie Ciscounty. Again, he plays for the Giants. Might be where the USA bench or whatnot. I mean, maybe they're just having, you know, some more Giants players playing just to kind of get them some work here, which that's a neat little touch. And the Giants players don't have numbers. I'm assuming that is the case. So Ciscounty going to be facing off against his ball club. 1-0 count here as Gage delivers. That's going to be low. Throw to second as PCA is safe. Basabe couldn't quite make the tag. 2-0 count here to Ciscounty. Again, the United States at the plate, but it seems like their bench for today filled with Giant players. Giant step pieces, Giants non-spring invitees, or, you know, non-roster invitees to spring. 2-0 counts. Gage sets, looks back at PCA, who's, again, chilling at second. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 3. So 3-0 to Ciscounty, left-handed hitting Ciscounty. Gage looks back at second. Crow Armstrong again with a little bit of a lead. Now he takes a big lead as that's going to be in there for a called strike. 3-1 the count. This county hoping that the, I know Dodgers actually, I don't know if Jack Sawinski playing today. I'm going to look and see how he does. Here's the 3-1. This is County with a ground ball. Diving is Eldridge, but could not get it, as that's all the way in the right field corner. Crow Armstrong's already scored. County gonna chill at second as the United States extending the lead 8-1 here in the top of the 7th inning. How's it going, Ronald? Good to see you. Appreciate you, man, for tuning in. USA getting a tune-up game here. Again, they'll have a tune-up game tomorrow as well against the Rockies. Giants, of course, again, this is part of their spring training. All right, looks like we'll have another pinch hitter. Bregman's going to make way for Clement. I believe it's what, Matt Clement? No, Ernie Clement. Matt Clement. Ernie Clement, an AL pennant champion last year again for the Blue Jays. Get some work in here as Gage looks back at second. Here is the pitch, as that's going to be low. And it's going to be 2-0. Gage having some trouble locating the strike zone. 2-0 count to Ernie Clement as Gage sets. Looks back at second. Here is the pitch, as that's going to be low for 3-0. Bregman, yes, Alex Bregman was in earlier. He's just he's been replaced by Ernie Clement again, just getting some other people involved. 3-0 count. Gage sets, kicks and deals. That's going to be ball 4. Gage with a 4-pitch walk, as Gage has struggled to find the strike zone. Not been an ideal performance for Gage. 1 hit, 1 walk. Might have a mound visit, actually. Someone's checking in on Gage. Unsure if it's a catcher or a coach. I think it has to be the catcher. Hasn't been 3 batters yet. So Cal Riley's going to be at the plate. And he's 0 for 2 with the walk, so I guess they're looking to make sure he gets a hit before he's brought on in the dugouts. Batting from the right side as he's a switch hitter. Again, runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside for ball 1, as Gage, again, just cannot locate the strike zone. 1-0 count. Gage sets. Looks back at second. Here is the pitch. Big cut and a big miss. 1-1. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be high. 2-1. I'd like to note that the swinging strike there was indeed outside. Gage again has had a rough time. 2-1 count. Gage looking back at second. Here's the pitch. That's high again for ball 3. And good to see a sin bin once again. This game just kind of cruising to a blowout, which was kind of expected. 3-1 counts. Gage again, just it's rough. It's not a good showing. Gage sets and fires. That's going to be popped up. It's Riley again, not going to get a hit today, it looks like, as that's caught by the right fielder. He's going to throw it to third. Nice throw, a little bit offline, but it does hold the runner at second. Pardon my voice. So again, runners on first and second, 1 out. Here in the top of the 7th. That's going to bring up, who is this? This is going to be Dakota Jordan, again, you can assume that this is a Giant playing on the USA team. Gage looking back at second. Here is the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. And just seeing on my desktop still going, oh, appreciate you, yeah. No, I'll do that sometimes. Like if I, have to step away, I'll just, go on. I'll leave it on one of the streams, whether it's you or JJ or Rhino or Pure Gentleman. I always make sure to leave it on, as that's a ground ball to second, off the second baseman's glove, as the center fielder's going to throw it to third. And looks like that is going to be an RBI single, as the score now extending 9-1. Again, the USA all over the Giants. Sisconi scoring a run there. He's got to be pretty pumped again. I mean, it's pretty neat just seeing that some of these, like the Giants players playing with the Team USA. Again, these Giants batters that, have no chance really making the team, but getting some work in. So again, another switch here as Bandura, Scott Bandura, again another Giant that is again just invited to spring training, taking at bats for the USA team. He's in there. That's going to be looked at for a called strike. 1-1 counts. Again, 9-1 is your score. Again, folks, I'll be back tonight for some Penguins and Bruins, some hockey action. Gage looking back at second. As here's the pitch, that's going to be inside, 2-1. Just not ideal. That's not what I wanted. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be on the outside corner, trying to check his swing. They said he either went or it was in the strike zone. So 2-1 is that's gonna, or pardon me, 2-2 is that's gonna be swung on and missed. Apparently, it didn't even show the pitch. Didn't even show it. That is a strikeout. So that's really good. Looks like we'll have another switch here. Another substitution. Trang's going to make way for Gavin Kylen. Go Kylen. As there's the pitch. That's going to be swung on and fouled back off the catcher's mask. 0-1 count. Oh, Pens, good luck tonight. Yeah, no, hopefully Pens can keep it up again. Got a tough task without Sidney Crosby, without the kid. Let's just call him the man at this point. That'd be kind of a cool nickname. Call him the nickname, the man, as that's going to be swung on and fouled down the left field line. It's going to be, again, making it 0-2. 0-2 count, 2 outs, 2 men on, runners on first and second. United States leading 9-1. Already, again, 2 runs scoring this inning. Giants looking, again, get to the bottom of the 7th here. Get back to the plate. Gage looking back, and here's the pitch. That's a ground ball. Diving is the third baseman. Gets past him, though. They're waving him home. Throw to the plate is a little bit off and not in time, as it's now 10-1. Unsure if that's going to look more appealing, or if I move it back, that might be. Let's see. I think that's all I can do. That's fine with me. It's a little bit off. Oh, well. Oh, well. Not a big deal. Didn't think there'd be double digits here. Good luck. Yeah, U.S. team looks on. They do. They do. Well, having some players that aren't even on the USA team play right now. And some of the Giants. Let's see. Is that be more centered, or I just do the same spot? I can't tell. Sometimes this thing won't work. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. That's good. Appreciate you, though, Gas, for tuning in. Mercy roll, I don't know. Almost pulling for it in a way. But it looks like Gunnar Henderson still going to be in the game. Looks like they have a pitching change for the Giants. So Gage day, his day is done. Not a good day. 2/3 inning pitch there, 3 hits, 3 runs. Actually, just 1 earned, which is kind of shocking. I guess the error of Eldridge. I don't know, but 1 walk, which I guess he's responsible. Yeah, he's responsible for the runners on first and second. So that would be it. But yeah, looks like we have Greg Ferrone coming in for the Giants. Can they concede if it's a 10-run lead? I don't know. I genuinely would not know. I guess we'll find out. I don't know why they would. You don't really want to concede because, you know, it's just not a good look. There might be a 10-run rule. So the Yankees beat Panama 11-1. That was through 8. So maybe that's the case. If the USA can get another run here and the Giants fail to score, maybe this game would be over. I don't know. It's spring training only. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Showing off the Dominican Republic roster. And it is filled again. Dominican Republic expected to do very well. The United States, Japan, and the Dominican Republic, all teams that, you know, should do well. But we'll see, as here is the pitch, as that's going to be outside for ball 1. Again, Henderson at the plate. Lefty on lefty here, as Ferrone is a lefty. He looks back at second. Ferrone kicks and deals. That's going to be cranked to right center. That's going to drop for a base hit. That should be run number 11 as the throw is in. Henderson is going to stay at second, and 2 runs are going to score. And the United States making this an 11-run ball game. 12-1 is your score. I mean, unbelievable. The United States really, I mean, that's what you want to do. You want to blow out the team here. Again, just another MLB team. Again, the MLB All-Stars. Essentially, it's what it is. Again, the United States team are really solid. Same again with the Dominican Republic. You can say again they're the United States All-Stars as well. And then Japan, of course, they have the Japanese League with some MLB players, but again they're a really solid up-and-coming bunch as well. They've always been really good, but more players making the jump to the United States as that's a breaking ball in the dirt. Ball 1. This is Paul Goldschmidt at the plates. 0 for 1 in this one. Ferrone looks back at second, and Henderson, as here's the pitch, that's going to be inside. 2-0. It's a Goldie. Last year, only an OPS of 731, 1074, batting average, 10 homers. As Goldschmidt fouls this one back to make it 2-1. Yep. Runner on second, 2 outs. No mercy rule, but in spring training you can't end an inning before 3 outs are recorded. Interesting. Okay. The 2-1, that's going to be chopped foul. Yeah, okay. Yeah, again, the Yankees did beat Panama 11-1 through 8, so maybe it is doable. I don't know. Again, I don't know why. Sets. And kicks and deals. That's going to be inside for ball 4. Goldschmidt walks, and that's going to be bringing up PCA, who's 0 for 1. Did come across the score when he pinched a run for Aaron Judge. 2026 roster for the United States. 20 All-Stars compared to the 2023 team, which is really good, but only had 7, as that's going to be in there for a cold strike. So again, seemingly a much better team. That's what the expectation is, that the USA will make the final. Of course, again, you have 2 other teams that are really solid as well. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be outside for ball 1. Again, you have some other middle of the pack teams like South Korea. Again, South Korea, not really middle of the pack, but really good. Again, they're a good team that could just, you know, on any given day beat you. South Korea, Chinese Taipei. And here's the pitch. That's going to be outside on an 87 mile per hour slider. Trying to see what else. Yeah, Cuba could be okay. Puerto Rico could be all right. Canada, as that's going to be cranked to right. That's going to drop in for another base hit. Another run scores as Henderson, making this a 13-1 game, but all thanks to PCA, who got a big piece of that one. It's to protect pitchers in the event they've thrown 20 more pitches in the inning. Gotcha. 13-1. USA all over the Giants. And we're going to have a mound visit. Might be a pitching change. Maybe just a chat. I think this is just a chat. Sferone just going to... I don't know what to do. These guys are just too good. It's like we'll have a change there for Team USA. They're going to be using a Giants player again. Some Giants players over there for the United States, as giving some people some rest here. This is Fitzgerald. Tyler Fitzgerald had some plate appearances, I think, last year for the Giants. A little dribbler there to second. Throws to first, gets him by a step, as the shellacking is now over. 6 runs scored on the top of the 7th. A whole touchdown, missed the extra points. We head to the bottom of the 7th. 13-1 is your score. Go Cubs. PCA, yep. Cubs not too shabby. They are, I think they're expected to win the NL Central. The Brewers, of course, a threat, but they did trade away some players. And the Pirates may be up and coming. The Reds, of course, made the playoffs last year. They take a step forward. You never know, but most people seem to expect they will take a step back. I'm definitely not thinking that. I think they'll be about the same, maybe a slightly better. And then, yeah, again, you know, the Cardinals, shockingly, the team that has been consistently the best in the 21st century, actually expected to be last, as they are in a rebuild. It's going to take a few years there for them to get back on track. Kind of a shock. Again, just, you know, whenever I see the Cardinals, I'm thinking, oh, they're just a model organization, really good, but they have really struggled the past few years. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. I know there's a lot of options out there to watch this game, so I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me as yeah, we're just getting some practice here for the World Baseball Classic. And thank you guys for hanging out. We'll be again back tonight for some hockey, and then we'll be doing some again baseball tomorrow as well. Let me see something here. That's really weird. Someone have his stream taken down. I was watching. It was someone else that I was doing this game. I was just kind of looking. Now there's no search history for this guy, or, you know, the stream. Really weird. Really odd stuff. I don't know. Maybe just quit. Some people do that. They'll start a stream and then they'll just quit when the game's a blowout or whatnot. Not getting the view. I don't know. It's really interesting. Not the attitude I would have. Though I'm not exactly wanting this game to continue much longer. David Bednar in for the United States. Again, a former Pirate. Let's go Bucks. Last year with the Pirates and Yankees, 2.30 ERA. Really good. Strikeout rate of 34%. The average 22. So that's going to be a breaking ball just outside. Need to hold up. 1-1 counts. This is, let's see, who is this? Luis Matos. Again, he got some action last year as well, as that's going to be sent to left. And that's going to be caught for out number 1. Matos last year for the Giants, OPS of 690. Had 8 home runs and only 172 at-bats, so some power there, potential anyway, for the Giants, as they desperately, again, need some offense. Again, was really solid with the Pirates last year. Bednar, 2.37 with the Pirates, and then actually got better with the Yankees, 2.19. I know his first stint with the, or first game with the Yankees was not good, as that's a swing and a miss. Curveball outside, strike 1. This is Gerard Encarnacion. Again, he also was there towards the end of last year. I remember calling some games of the Giants and him being there. Ground ball to second. Oh, kind of eats him up a little bit. Throws to first and gets him by a step anyway. For out number 2. Sorry, Clement had a little trouble with it, but not too much, as he was able to recover in time and throw to first. All right, we got another pinch hitter here for the Giants. This is Buddy Kennedy. Buddy Kennedy, the former Philly. Actually was on 3 teams last year. The Phillies, the Blue Jays, and the Dodgers. Pretty solid teams to be a part of last year, as he bounced around Major League Baseball. I'm assuming he's a non-roster invitee for the Giants. That's a breaking ball in the dirt. That'll make it a 1-1 count. So 1-1 to Kennedy here again. 13-1. Just a one-sided game. Here's the pitch. That's a big swing and a miss. Fooled him with the splitter. One and 2 is the count, as Bednar delivers. That's going to be sent to shallow center. Looks like PCA running all the way to the right field area, and's going to make the catch for out number 3. So more to right center, maybe more in the right field, but PCA just called off everybody. The second baseman, the right fielder, he wanted it. That's going to be the end of the bottom of the 7th. 13-1 is your score. Just again, absolute one-sided affair. Of course, that's what you want to see. Of course, if you're definitely pulling for the United States, which of course I am, definitely want to see that. Again, we'll be back tonight for some more hockey action. We're bringing you Pittsburgh at Boston. Kind of annoyed with it a little bit. Colors are the same, so I had to pick one. One to, again, the Penguins I've been using. You might not like this. I've been using them as the yellow. And it's like, well, they're the established one, so I usually put them with yellow. But no, I mean, the Bruins with the black outline, I'm like, well, it'd be kind of a bad-looking thumbnail. So I had to actually put the Penguins in black. Brewers in yellow and white. Had to do it. Had to do it. I'm sorry. But gotta do what you gotta do. And again, tomorrow expected to do the United States and Colorado. Again, that one not going to be on ESPN. It will be on MLB TV. And then, of course, the night game will be a baseball game. Again, the first game of the World Baseball Classic. Chinese Taipei will be taking on Australia. That one, again, will be at 10 o'clock Eastern. Again, it's going to be a late game, so we'll see how that goes. Again, I know a lot of people that I, network with, interact with, going to be calling the game. Jaguar Gator will be calling the game. I believe Pure Journal of Sports will be calling it as well. I could be wrong, but I believe he is. I can actually double check. Actually, he might not. I don't know. I know he's going to be doing the United States games for sure, which is kind of the goal for me as well. Anyway, we'll get back to more of that. This is going to be Will Bednar. Will Bednar, the younger brother of David. He's also, obviously, a Yinzer. He's going to be in there for the Giants. So we'll see what he can do as he will face Cal Riley. Again, he's looking for his first hits. No, pardon me. This is not. That's Ernie Clement. My apologies. Ernie Clement. I believe this is his first at-bat, as that's going to be a ground ball to third. Throws to first for route number 1. No, that was his second at-bat. I apologize. He walked, and that's why. That's why I was confused on why it said 0-0. So, no, that was his first officially. Just think, we'll ignore that. That was just really bad by me. Ernie Clement grounded to third. That's all you need to know. Cal Rowley going to be in the game still. He's 0 for 3 with a walk, looking for his first hit of the game. Again, this is Will Bednar. David Bednar looking on. Again, looking at his younger brother. Kind of pulling for him, I imagine, as that's going to be hit to left. Actually, more so into the seats, as that'll be a souvenir. Looks good. Pen with black is sharp. Yeah, I think it does look pretty good, but I don't know. Don't really want to change the established. They're in yellow. Went with that with the Steelers as well. Went with the Steelers for yellow. As here's the 0-1, as that's going to be hit to left, and that's going to be foul. Only reason is, whenever the Steelers are on TV, I actually prefer when the Steelers are, on the score bug, they have the yellow. It just looks much better. Really, it pops a lot better rather than it being in black. And, of course, if they're feeling lazy, they'll put them in white or gray, and I hate that, as that's going to be hit to left, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. So Rowley with his first hits. Coming here at his 5th plate appearance in the top of the 8th. Dakota Jordan going to be at the plate. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI. Again, getting some action here. The Giants having some players sent to the USA team just for today. Again, if I had to guess, I would imagine the Rockies will do something similar tomorrow. As Bednar delivers, that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. You could do black for home team and yellow for road or vice versa. Yeah, I don't know. It was really, again, more of the Bruins having the outline of the black outline. That was really it. Had they had the white border, I could have went with the yellow, but that was not the case, as that's a big swing and a miss by Jordan. Strike 2. So, oh well. I mean, it's a nice looking thumbnail, but not ideally what I would have wanted. Let's just say that. 4th round pick in the 2024 draft. Jordan again eyeing the majors in a few years, as that's a swing and a miss. Maybe again makes an appearance this year. You never know. As again, the Giants looking for some help on offense. Bednar looking pretty good. Will Bednar, that is. Again, the younger brother of David, getting some action here for the Giants. Bednar again allowing a hit to Cal Riley. Here's the pitch. That's going to be sent to left. That's going to be fouled back. So far this spring, Bednar has not allowed a run. Whip, though, of a 2. Not ideal. Bednar has not yet made an appearance in the majors. Will Bednar again. 25-year-old righty. There's the pitch. 98's on the gun. That's going to be just outside. Probably in the strike zone. In fact, that's what MLB.com says. By the way, Scott Bandura at the plate. He is 0 for 1 in this one. He struck out earlier. Bednar kicks and deals. That's going to be inside. 2-1 is the count. Bears, Drew Dalman retiring at 27, signed a 3-year, $42. Really, he was an offensive lineman, I believe, for the Bears. That's a big loss out of nowhere for the Bears. As that 97 miles per hour inside, ball 3. Chicago Bears. Maybe they're the Chicago Bears. I don't know. They might be a different team name in a few years. As here's the 3-1. That's going to be outside, ball 4. So Bednar walks Bandura, and that's going to bring up Gavin Killen, I think, or Kylan. Hendrickson is not being tagged, now becoming unrestricted free. Yeah. Well, that's not really a shock. All right, runners on first and second. Cullen going to be digging in here. Kylan, I don't know. Oh, and 1 counts as Bednar delivers. That's a swing and a foul tip. 0-2 count. Was unsure what they were going to call it. 0-2 count. 13th pick in the 2025 MLB draft. Here's the 0-2. That's going to be low for ball 1. Santa Clara 49ers can still be called the San Francisco. And then the Hammond Bears can still be called Chicago. Coming from a Packers fan, the president has been said. I agree. I mean, again, Dallas, I mean, they play in Arlington. Yeah, there's other examples elsewhere. Here's the 1-2. That's outside. As it'll be 2-2. Trying to think of other things. Let's see. I'm sure there's other. I mean, the New York Giants, New York Jets, they don't even play in New York. I agree. I agree. It should still be Chicago. As that's a ground ball to second. Throws to first for route number 3. So Bednar keeping Team USA at bay. We get to the bottom of the 8th inning. USA cruising 13-1 over the Giants. Good point about Dallas, also New Jersey Jets. Yeah, the New Jersey Jets and Giants. Oh, I'm trying to think. I'm sure there's others. I can't even. I think Los Angeles, actually. The Rams don't even play in Los Angeles. And the Chargers. I think they play in Inglewood or something like that. Yeah, Inglewood, California. So the same thing with the Chargers, of course, as they share a stadium. Santa Clara is close to San Jose. Yeah. Yep. So definitely just keep the name. Now the only thing is, it really didn't impact the 49ers, and it really doesn't, I guess, matter for the other franchises. But maybe the Indiana fans or the people that live in that town will actually go to the games. Of course, again, it's still kind of close to Chicago anyway. Might be closer for other Chicago fans. I don't know. I guess question if the city itself will wrap around the team that doesn't call it by its name, but maybe that's not really an issue. I don't know. I wouldn't know. Looks like we'll have a pitching change for the United States. Mason Miller going to be coming to replace David Bednar. Again, Mason Miller, one of the best in the game. He was traded to the Padres last year. He was an A for an Oakland A, then just a Sacramento A. Last year, 2.63 ERA. Had a 3.76 with the Athletics, and then he went to San Diego. 0.77 ERA. He was just unbelievable. 0.73 whip. I mean, he was just untouchable. He just brings the heat almost every pitch. Also from Pittsburgh, so one Yinzer replaces another. Ken Griffey Jr. in attendance, taking some photos. My dad loved Ken Griffey. Big fan of him. My dad was a big fan of Ken Griffey Jr. Bryce Eldridge at the plate. Eldridge 0 for 2 in this one. As here is the 1-0. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Hammond's just over the border. It's closer to Soldier Field than the Arlington Heights location would have been. There you go. There you go. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Appreciate you, Pure Gentlemen, for tuning in. Just calling some baseball. Here's the 1-1. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Miller against Eldridge. Folks, again, make sure to check out Pure Adrenaline Sports. Again, he's been very supportive of the channel. He's going to be covering a lot of Mets. Covers the Flyers. And, of course, he does a lot of NFL as well. So, yeah, make sure, again, and check out Pure Adrenaline Sports for some more play-by-play action. Does a great job. Again, very supportive of me, so I will support him, of course, for forever, really. You know, I really appreciate Pure Adrenaline Sports, play-by-play JJ, and, of course, Rising Rhino for their supports last year and, of course, into this year. I really appreciate them. They've been a big help. So, again, make sure to check them out. Again, going to be covering the World Baseball Classic as well. Yeah, again, feel free to drop your link down below, or I can put it down there. I don't mind as well, as that's going to be popped up at 102 miles per hour on the fastball, as that's going to be caught by Goldschmidt. He had a bad read on it, had to make a adjustment at the last second. Really nice stuff. I can actually go ahead and I don't mind. Let's see here. Let's see what you got today. Oh, actually, your next stream, Flyers Mammoth. Gotcha. Here's the pitch. That's a chopper to third. Didn't even get the name of the players. That's thrown to first for out number 2. Or pardon me, out number 3. That was a quick inning. Really quick inning. So we head to the top of the 9th. Your score 13-1. USA cruising over San Francisco. So that is Pure Adrenaline Sports. And Sinbin is also in the chat. Make sure to put his link there. Today we're getting wrecked by the illegal streams. It happens. That's the risk with covering something on ESPN that's not the NFL. Or I guess even MLB during the regular season. I think they do a pretty good job of shutting all that down. I could be wrong. I actually didn't really fact check that last year. I didn't cover Sunday Night Baseball at all because the Pirates weren't playing it. And I just felt like, everyone else can, JJ covers Sunday Night Baseball. Everyone covers. I'm like, I don't know. I might do it this year. I don't know. We'll see. Again, we'll play it by ear. Sunday might just be a one-stream day. I think Wednesdays and Thursdays will be 2-stream days. Saturdays will be 2-stream days. But I think everything else might be a 1. Just, I don't know. Maybe Friday. Again, depends on the UFL, how that goes. I don't know. We'll see. Again, I'm going to try to grow and grow and grow. That's, the only way to do that is to stream and put on a good performance. That's all you can do. Focus on that. Just sub to Pure Jones. Yeah, no, Sinbin, yeah, he does a great job again. Thank you again for that. Remember checking the channel out when starting my channel. Yes, no. Again, it has a really nice layout too. I was really impressed with the layout there. PAS. It looked really clean. It really did. So that's really nice. But yeah, no, definitely. Remember the support forever. Again, I appreciate that. Again, Rhino, I think Rhino was the one. Oh, was it Rhino? Rhino, I think, was the one that told JJ and PAS. I think. I could be wrong. I think it was Rhino. Because I think, yeah, I interacted with Rhino in one of his chats. I was watching him. I was bored at work one day, and I had some free time. So I was just watching Rhino. He was covering some league. I'm like, what the heck is the European League of Football? Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside for ball 1. I believe we have a pitching change for the Giants. Gunnar Henderson at the plate. Henderson, by the way, 1 for 2 on the day with 2 RBIs. Giants will have Harris. Who is Harris? That's going to be inside 2-0. Trent Harris in there for the Giants spring. This spring he has a 6 ERA. Looking for a good performance to get that ERA down. 2-0. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside for ball 3. Thanks. Oh, yeah, no problem. Rhino told me. Okay, yeah, it's Rhino. Yeah, Rhino is the one, I believe. So thank you again, Rhino. Thank you again to all 3 of you guys. Sinbin as well. Thank you again. So ball 4, Henderson will walk. Again, what's been a one-sided performance today, 13-1. And again, the USA bringing in backups and some of the reserves there for the Giants. Those, again, the non-roster invitees also playing for the USA today. It must be a pretty cool treat, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. Those guys just hanging out in the dugout with the, Harper, Judge, all these guys. I mean, that is so cool. Skeens, again, Skeens pitched today. 0-1 count here to Paul Goldschmidt. Again, Goldschmidt's a backup. That's crazy to think about the depth of this team, though he's a little bit on the decline, as that's going to be a ball in the dirt, 1-1. Doing so well. Yeah, CBK, it's kind of a, blowout. But appreciate you, man, for tuning in, as, again, the game is nearing the end. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. He really let a big cut there. 1-2 counts. Harris looking over at first here. Again, one man on, nobody out here in the top of the ninth. 1-2 is the counts. As here's the pitch. That's going to be chopped back behind for a foul ball. 1-2 remains. Big count. Good to see a CV again. Yeah, the U.S. looking pretty solid. Showing the Giants record last 4 years: 81-81, 79-83, 80-82, 81-81. So pretty much just, you're at 500 or just beneath it. I mean, that is as rough as can be. And then in 2021, they had 107 wins, I think, or over 100. I mean, it was out of nowhere. That's going to be yanked into left for a base hit. Left fielder throws it in to shortstop. Again, the Giants having some backups in there. Names escape me at the moment. So runners on first and second for the United States, and that will bring up Pete Crow Armstrong, who is 1 for 2 with an RBI and, of course, has scored a run. 13 runs, that's more points than the Steelers scored in the playoffs. Yep, sadly. That's a sad fact, but it is indeed true. Harris looking back at second. Here's the pitch, as that's going to be grounded foul. Yanking a curveball there. Hopefully, again, you like the crowd noise. I think most people will like it. And again, I'll find out if this is going to be tagged for copyright. So, and again, it's crazy because you can find the actual stream itself, no problem on YouTube, but yet my crowd noise will be probably flagged. So if it is flagged, then, well, no crowd noise, or at least I'll have to edit out the organs. I think it'll tell me the specific time and part where the copyright would happen, so I would just have to get rid of that. But hopefully it doesn't pick up on the little organ in the background, which I think that's a nice little touch to it. 0-2 count here to Crow Armstrong. Runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the ninth. 13-1 is your score as Harris looks back at second. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away. But Henderson will retreat back to second. How many people in the stands? It's packed. Couldn't tell you the intent. Actually, I could probably do some research myself and find it if I really wanted to. Actually, I do not. I don't know, but I can tell you this. It is packed. It is packed there. Got a splitter in the dirt for ball one. This is Siskowney. Siskowney, again, one of the backups of the Giants playing on Team USA. 1-0 is the count to Siskowney. Harris looking back at second to Henderson. Here's the 1-0. That's inside. And that'll be 2-0. Again, I'll be back tonight for some Penguins and Bruins action. Penguins looking to keep it going without Crosby. Again, a dominating win over the Vegas the other day. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be in there for a cold strike. 2-1, 94 on the cutter. That should start actually in an hour. Pardon me, it's kind of a bummer actually. I want a little bit more time, as that's going to be low. Low for 3-1. A little bit more than an hour, but yeah. Oh well. Three and one count here to County. Harris again on the bump as he looks back at Henderson. Here is the pitch. That's a big swing and a miss. Strike 2. Crosby back? No, he won't be back till the end of March. Yankees, Red Sox actually playing tomorrow on ESPN. I'm sure you can watch that for. Actually, no, I guarantee you they will not. They will make sure that one is banned. Here's the 3-2. Called strike 3 at the knees. He struck him out. Froze him looking. He just was froze him looking. That makes no sense. Just ignore it. Had him looking. I think that was more the terminology I was looking for. Capacity of Scottsdale Stadium is 12,000. Again, it is pretty packed. Maybe a little bit of the empty seats every now and then, but of course, it's 13-1. It was packed earlier. That's going to be hit to right, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Oh, he mishandles it, but then he recovers, throws it in, as they're going to hold Henderson at third. So it's going to be bases loaded for Cal Raleigh. By the way, it was Ernie Clement with the hits. Rally's 1 for 4 with the walk. This is his 6th at-bat today. Man, it's a lot of at-bats. By far the most. Again, they took out pretty much everybody else. People probably left early due to the score, yeah. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 1. And I definitely, if I were in the area, I'd be going just to see, you know, all the USA players and all that. I would stay the whole time no matter the score. Here's the 1-0. That's a swing and a miss. A slider in the dirt. 10,000 plus is a huge crowd for preseason. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. They, I don't know. There's a lot of people there. That's going to be a blooper to center. That's going to drop for a base hit. 1 run is scored, and another's going to score. 15-1. Cal Raleigh with a 2 outs, 2 RBI single, putting runners on the corners and extending the lead to 14. 15-1. I mean, this is definitely the performance that you definitely want to see out of the United States. Again, they'll get one more warm-up, and that'll be against the Rockies tomorrow. Again, I should be on the call for that one. If I am not, I will definitely be back later that night for some Chinese Taipei and Australia action, as that'll be, again, the opening game of the World Baseball Classic. Again, thank you guys for listening in for this one. And again, if you are new to the channel, make sure again to like and subscribe. Hopefully, again, you enjoyed the broadcast. Again, I'll be covering a lot of baseball this year. Mostly Pirates, but I will bounce around as I did last year. As here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Dakota Jordan at the plates. It's 1 for 2 with an RBI as well. Hope the MLB players get to play in the Olympics. Me too. Problem is it's during the season. That's always rough. That is always tough. 0-1 counts. Here is the pitch. That's going to be poked to right. That's going to be a foul ball. If I'd imagine to be players on losing teams at the time and AAA or AA players. That is my guess. Honestly, they should still do well. Honestly, I think they would still be one of the top teams in the world, as that's going to be sent to right, and that is going out of play. And we'll do this again at 0-2. That's my guess. If I had to guess, I think the USA would do well. Hey, Dr. Lake, wow, what a blowout. Yeah, kind of a mess. As Harris looks over at first, Jordan again, 0-2 count, 2 outs, runners on the corners. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Harris showing some frustration. As again, they leave 2 stranded, but of course, again, they push across 2 runs. And we are heading to the bottom of the 9th inning. 15-1 is your score. So the Giants will need, I guess, what, 14 runs. 14 runs to take this to extras. Don't think that happens. Last week there was a Champions League draw for the round 16. The marquee match is Real Madrid versus Manchester City. That always is. That always is whenever they meet. It's always huge. Yep. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Champions League action. Wonder if the hold on a sec. There's no way this is actually going on. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. You know, maybe I shouldn't cover it tomorrow. I don't know. I can't quite tell. Let me see what's going on. I can actually make this call right now. All right, USA is going to have, let's see, who's actually on the mound here for the United States. Looks like it's going to be Griffin Jacks for the United States. He'll be in there facing Casey Schmitz. I can see if I can find Italy versus the Cubs. All right, looks like that is. All right, yeah, that's fake news. All right, that's going to be in there for a called strike. I don't know, I'll just do some research later. Again, Casey Schmidt 0 for 1 today as he's pinch hitting for Matt Chapman. Came in earlier. 1-1 is the count as that's going to be in the dirt. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. Griffin Jacks, one of the better relievers in the game, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. That one just a little bit, I don't know, maybe it did catch a little bit of the zone. Man, I don't know about that one. 1-2 counts. As here is the pitch. That's going to be outside. 2-2 now is the count. Sweeper sweeping away from the strike zone. Jacks kicks and deals. That's going to be low and away. 3-2 now the count. And 2. Nobody on, nobody out here in the bottom of the line. 15-1. Just a blow it as that's going to be sent to right, and that's going to be fouled back. Again, I'll be on in an hour. Penguins and the Bruins, hopefully, and that is a good matchup. 3-2 counts. As here's the pitch. That's going to be chopped foul. The camera acted like he struck out, but no, he clearly made contact. I don't know what that was all about. Three and 2 to Schmitz. As Jacks looks on. Kicks and deals. That's going to be sent to right on the run, and that is going to go out of play for a souvenir. That is something I want to do one day. Just get a baseball. I've never really had a chance. Never went to a game. Never had an opportunity. Here's the 3-2 as that's going to be popped up. And once again, out of play. Man, oh man, these guys just staying alive. ESPN is now the home of MLB TV. I'm not sure how that's going to work. You can have MLB TV, and I don't know. From what I understand, I don't think I need ESPN or anything. As Schmidt sends this to left. That is off the wall. Oh, man, that looked like it was sent to Narnia. But no, that is actually just a stand-up double. Nice hit there by Schmidt. Got a good piece of it. And I think Schmidt thought it was a home run, too. He kind of was really excited about it. Daniel Suzak going to be pinch hitting here in the bottom of the ninth. He did. Let's see. He was actually has yet to make an MLB at bat. He was in spring training the last few years with the Athletics, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. Remember, the Steelers won't pick a quarterback before round 3 unless someone has measurables that are better than Will Howard. Yeah, I don't really know when it comes to what they're looking at. I don't know who would they really like. That's going to be in there for a called strike as well. 0-2 counts to Suzak as he's going to ask for time. I mean, I don't know. I don't really think there's really that many, if any, quarterback that is just going to be worth the high pick. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Curveball in the dirt. As Suzak goes down, we'll see Nate Furman come up for the Giants. He's had a nice spring. OPS of 1233. Has yet to make a at-bat in the regular season. Yeah, I'm sure. Again, I mean, I don't know. I've seen Drew Aller talk. I'm like, well, Drew Aller's just not that good. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike one. Trying to take Jacks deep here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think there's anybody this year that I would really like. As here's the 0-1. That's going to be inside. 1-1. Hopefully Rudolph is let go. Or, you know, if we... I don't know. Maybe we do need a reliable, too. I would just like to see... If Rudolph is back on the team, then I need to see... I need to see Will Howard beat out Rudolph for me to have any belief or faith that Howard's going to be good. If you can't beat out Rudolph this year, then there's a problem. Ground ball at first. It's going to toss the Jacks, covering the bag for out number 2. Does move the runner up to third. And that'll bring up Luis Matos. Could be the last at bat of the game. Again, not sure what you're referring to, Brandon. If we're going to get a quarterback, it should be a free agent. Yeah, I would agree. Agree with that. Of course, who? I don't know, but I guess does the league start today? Actually, is it? Yeah, it's Tuesday, right? Is it March 3rd or March 10th? Pitch going to be in there for a called strike on the knees. Oh, 1 is going to be a tad bit high. Sweeper, that was well above. March 11th. Oh, okay. Okay. So next week. Gotcha. 1-1 count. Here is the pitch as that's going to be sent to left. And that is going to be caught for out number 3. What the heck? You're doing NHL? Yes, I'm doing Penguins and Bruins. Okay, so I was kind of like talking noise earlier, but I honestly My goodness. So apparently they're going to... That's stupid. So they're going to actually do 11 innings today. I am not going to do 11 innings, so I do apologize. I will cut it short. Baseball is normally 9 innings, for those of you that are not familiar with that. But yeah, I'm just going to call it here. That should be the end of the game, but it's not, so I don't know what happened. But anyway, I'll be back in like 50 minutes. Well, yeah, maybe an hour. I don't know. But yeah, we're going to call it here. Thank you guys for watching. Again, they're going to do 2 other innings. Don't know why. I mean, I guess to get more practice, but I'm good. I need to rest up for the hockey game. So, yeah. Minimum will has to be out, Mason. Yes, exactly. How's it going, Doug? Good to see you. Barry retires. My free agent choices are Malik Willis, Mac Jones, and Kirk Cousins. I would not touch Kirk personally. I'm fine with Willis. It's just a lot of money. I don't know. And then Jones, yeah. Again, I don't want to. I don't know. It depends on the money. It really just depends on that. And do Penguins and the Bruins? Yes. It was a good stream. It was okay. They had illegal streams on, so it was kind of a rough one, but it's okay. It happens. It happens. But saw that ram. Yeah, he did. Got to keep the throw fresh. Yeah. Thank you again. All right, yeah. I will be heading out again. They're going to do extra innings for some reason. Don't know why, but they are. I mean, again, just to get practice. But I will not. It's 15-1. That is essentially your final score, but they'll probably, again, the box score will be a little bit different if they put on some more runs here in the 10th one. But yeah, I will catch you guys later. You guys all have a great rest of your day. I'll be back in, like, again, 50 minutes for some hockey action. Penguins and the Bruins coming up soon. See you then. Take care. Thank you for watching.